healthcare, and retail.
Wow.
For more information on how your business can grow with CIT,
It's OC right there, baby.
CIT.com. CIT.
I
Put
thought
knowledge to work.
Cedar Creek crowd would be bigger.
Wow. Geico's been saving people money for over 75 years.
Always a late arriving crowd.
75 years? Are you joking?
No, they've been around so long that the Dead Sea was still alive. Geico's been around
Marty
so
Woolover
long.
got fired. Future endeavor.
They've been around so long.
I could be in fire room at school.
Right.
To school.
He's killed that team.
You weren't joking.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wasn't
Now they're
joking
going
about the 75
supposedly
years.
rumors Dominic Brown to Cleveland.
Money on car
Oh, yeah?
insurance for over 75
They want him.
years.
Why?
Well, he's still young. They think change the scenery will help.
Yeah, good luck.
They're going to have to just eat Howard's contract and release him.
Turns out he can catch a cold.
Double trouble, G-Man.
I know he drove in 93 runs, but really?
At StubHub, you never pay added fees at checkout, ever.
Finally, a good surprise.
Trying to turn that frown into a first down, Care Bear.
I will.
How much time you need?
Well, they haven't done the national anthem yet.
All right.
They're just lining up for the anthem now.
All the breaking news and strong opinions on each week's Eagles game during Sal Pal Fridays with ESPN
EHC wins the
reporter
toss
Sal
to first.
Palantonio.
There you go. There's an update for you.
Trust what you see. You gotta grip it.
That's a Chip Kelly move right there.
Yeah.
There it is.
Since
All right, they're doing the
joining
national anthem right
ESPN
now.
In 1995, Palantonio has become a staple of their Eagles coverage as he contributes to shows like SportsCenter, NFL Live, Sunday NFL Countdown, and now every Friday at 3:05 and 5:05.
I would say maybe like a 20 or a 30. The VIP prizes, possibly.
Your Philadelphia Daily News.
Sal Pal will discuss
Blue chipper for Chip Kelly.
during Sal Pal Fridays at 3:05 and 5:05 on 97.3 ESPN FM, South Jersey's home for Eagles football.
The Eagles are built for a playoff run.
Did you know that FanDuel has more players and pays out more money than all the other one-week fantasy football sites combined? Yep, FanDuel is the leader in one-week fantasy football.
We could probably get the
They're
open
paying out
after
more
this.
than $10 million a week this football season. That's more than any other fantasy football site.
We're gonna play this commercial
If you
here.
haven't played there yet, you're
What?
really missing out. At FanDuel,
Got
you
40
play
seconds
one-week
left in this
fantasy
commercial.
football leagues
All right,
for
then
real
the
money
open.
with immediate cash payouts. And there's no season-long commitment, so you only play when you want. A 28-year-old named Eric Hafner turned a $125 deposit into over $158,000. And he's not alone. Over 278,000 people have already won money playing in these one-week fantasy football leagues at FanDuel.com. And right now, FanDuel is giving you up to $200 free. That's right. For every dollar you deposit until this Friday, FanDuel will match it up to $200. The only way to get up to $200 free is to go to FanDuel.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and use the promo code 2626.
All right, legal ID opener.
FanDuel.com, promo code 2626.
The Philadelphia Eagles play on 97.3 ESPN FM. WENJ Millville, Atlantic City, 97.3 ESPN.com. It's high school football night on 97.3 ESPN FM. Time to head out to the field and get the call from Mike Gill and the Prime Events
All right,
Sports
3,
team. Now,
2.
here's Mike Gill.
Yeah.
And good evening. Happy Friday night, everybody, here on 97.3 ESPN. It is time for the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. Mike Gill alongside John Leon here in Absecon tonight at Ed Burns Stadium. John, where the Spartans 0-2 taking on the Cedar Creek Pirates, who are coming off a disappointing loss against Buna last week.
Yeah, Cedar Creek's going to look to exact a little revenge, try to get back on the winning track. Holy Spirit, I never thought I'd have to say this, but Holy Spirit rebuilding in the same sentence. When you lose 19 graduates and 22 starters from last year, or 19 starters from last year, you know, a lot of still 45 players, but 31 freshmen and sophomores on this team this year. They got an uphill battle, but they still got the size, they still got the speed. It's going to be it should be a really good game.
Many years the public schools want to avoid Holy Spirit. This year they want to play them, and Cedar Creek coming off a loss. We'll see if they can avenge that loss here tonight on 97.3 ESPN. You can watch live video of tonight's game on our website, 97.3 ESPN.com. And the Spartans, dressed in blue with gold pants and gold helmets, will receive tonight. Cedar Creek in all white with a green helmet. They'll move right to left on your radio dial with the Spartans moving left to right. Back deep to receive the kick for Holy Spirit, Nick Cordovera, and he is standing back at around his 5-yard line for Holy Spirit. Set to kick off for the Cedar Creek Pirates. It is Asler Santos as he is set and ready to go for the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week on 97.3 ESPN FM. You can follow along at 973 ESPN on Twitter with the hashtag HSLive. Swings his right foot. It's a short kick. Hits a bounce around the 30 on the ground. Cedar Creek on top of it. We'll see how they pull them off the pile here, John, but an early possible turnover to start this thing off.
Yeah, Holy Spirit's got the ball, but boy, I'll tell you what, they dodged a bullet there. That thing couldn't have gone more than 25 yards with a bounce, and basically it was a free ball.
And that's where they'll start. Holy Spirit with the ball on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Spartans, who are led by Andrew Light. The senior quarterback, John, has kind of been the leader of their offense.
Yeah, he's the whole offense, basically. He's run for 3 touchdowns. Cedar Creek has only given up 2 on the ground and none through the air. So they have to stop Andrew Light. That's their first and foremost job tonight.
Light walks the Spartan offense out of a shotgun. He's under center. Spartans send 2 receivers to the near side of the field, and there's a botch handoff. Light takes it and goes up the middle for positive yardage, but he and the fullback collided on that play, John.
Yeah, they did. It was really a messed up handoff. Light wound up getting about 6 yards out of it.
Yeah, Deshaun Hart along with Andrew Light both kind of going to the same spot there, and ends up getting a gain there, though, of 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Just across the 35-yard line at the 37 for Holy Spirit. Early stages of the first quarter. Light under center, and he hands off. Ooh, he's going to keep it up the middle, and he is hit and driven backwards, and a short, minimal gain for the Spartans.
Yeah, not much there. That's what Holy Spirit does. They run that triple option. They run different sets out of it, and they're going to try to get as many yards on the ground and kill the clock.
3rd down and 2, a pickup of 2. And Cedar Creek trying to get a big stop here in the first quarter. 10:50 left to play here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 2, Spartans. Light under center. And Light on an option. Pitches to the option man to the outside, and he is going to be short, is Shaq Boyd, and he is tackled on the far side of the field, and it will be a 4th down for Holy Spirit.
Got a number change. Luke Bellucci is wearing number 8 tonight, being a fullback. Usually wears number 34. 6'1", 227-pound sophomore, but Holy Spirit, nothing there. Nick Cordovera tried to get her out to the outside, and Cedar Creek will force the punt.
So the Spartans unsuccessful in their first offensive series, trying to run a little veer option play there to the far side of the field. They will punt.
Jordan Taylor punting for the Spartans, back at around his 30-yard line. For Cedar Creek is Burrell. Low line drive kick, bounces at about the 35 and just stops there, and the Spartans touch it up. 9:44 left to play here in the first quarter. 0-0. Cedar Creek has its first possession coming up. Signal Graphics on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township is your local commercial printer with the personal service you expect. Cut out the middleman, save time and money. Signal Graphics prints full color in-house. Signal's state-of-the-art equipment and expert printing staff allows them to produce an excellent product for very low cost. For fast turnaround, great prices. Call the Gunnels, Riley, Kay, or Chris. 609-569-9990. And for special service, ask for Chugger. Signal Graphics.
Jesse Milza, sophomore quarterback, number 12. He's a lefty. He'll run the Cedar Creek offense, which was virtually shut out last week against Buna. They scored on the final play of the game. They lost 16-6. He's under center with a power eye. 2 receivers for the Pirates. Back to throw Milza. The lefty fires into the flat for Mitchell, and it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Amir Mitchell, John, 6'4", 206. Good bloodlines.
Yeah, good bloodlines. And he's looking at a lot of Division I schools are looking at him right now, Rutgers and Tennessee and a couple other places, but he can really fly, and Mills is going to be looking for him a lot tonight. I expect the ball to be in the air quite a bit for Cedar Creek. You have Dennis Woodley in the backfield, 6'2", 226, senior.
2nd and 10, ball at the 35. Milza under center with the power I. He hands to Burrell. Burrell hands across the 30, carrying defenders, still on his feet and pushing forward to near first down yardage. J.B. Burrell, the senior, who had some fumbleitis last week, but this time he carried Spartan defenders for a gain of 9.
Yeah, he followed Woodley through the left side, and here's a hurry-up offense now from Cedar Creek because they want to get the ball and go now.
Ball at the 45-yard line, just short of it. Third down, Milza goes forward and looks like he's got the first down. In there helping out on the stop, Dan Shannon for Holy Spirit.
Yeah, plenty to spare. They got a big backfield, Cedar Creek does, with Woodley as the fullback at 226. And then you got Burrell at 209, and he's a load on his own. So going to the left side in between the tackles.
They're a big Group 2 school, John, real big.
Oh, yeah.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, the Prep leads Atlantic City 29-8 now. That game started at 6 o'clock. They're a little bit ahead of everybody. Milza on 1st and 10, ball at the 47, back to throw. Milza into the flat. Mitchell catches up the field, breaks a tackle. First down out to the 40-yard line, and 1st and 10 for Cedar Creek. And there you go, pitch and catch to the big man who can use his individual ability one-on-one.
Yeah, that's a mismatch. Amir Mitchell, 6'4", and then you got Jim Markeski, 5'8", 175 sophomore. That's a pretty good mismatch. I think they'll probably try to exploit that most of the night.
2-0 matchup tonight between EHT and Vineland. We'll keep you posted there, and all the scores from around the league on the the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. 1st and 10, ball at the 40, shotgun for Cedar Creek. And they're going to give to Burrell. Burrell with a big hole up the middle at the 30. Burrell at the 10, 5, touchdown, Cedar Creek.
It was Amir Mitchell. They lined him up in the backfield.
You're right, John. Mitchell was the guy who took that handoff there. So they moved him from the outside to the backfield, and he goes 40 yards just like that.
And nobody touched him. He got through between the center and the guard. And, boy, I'll tell you what, that's a big hole because the center, Chris Lynch, at 6'3" and 269. That's a large person to be running behind.
So a 40-yard touchdown run for the Pirates gives them a 6-0 lead early here with 8:22 left to play in the first quarter. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the score with 8:22 left to play in the first quarter, it is the Cedar Creek Pirates 7 and the Holy Spirit Spartans nothing on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m., Saturdays until 6, and Sundays from 8 until 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com. Specializing in home, business, auto, flood, and boat insurance, the McMahon Insurance Agency turns protection into peace of mind. If it matters to you, it matters to them. Call them at 609-399-0060 or online at McMahonAgency.com. Your neighbors at the McMahon Agency send best wishes for a successful season to all Cape Atlantic League athletes. The McMahon Insurance Agency of Ocean City, more and Mays Landing. The coverage you need, the service you deserve.
8:22, first quarter remaining. Holy Spirit trailing. Cedar Creek, they took 4 quarters and about 12 minutes to score last week, John. They scored on the final play of the game against Buna. Their first possession, they go in from 40 yards, and they lead it 7-0 here on the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Brian Brumell and his professional staff are waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Honda on Tilton Road. Short kick picked up by the Spartans, crossing the 30-yard line out to right around the 31-yard line. Lee Dawson returns for Holy Spirit.
5'7" freshman. We're going to be hearing freshmen and sophomores a lot today.
Yeah, that's got to be tough for Andrew Light, who's a senior, working with a lot of these young guys.
Yeah, only 8 seniors on this roster, and Andrew Light, the leader of it. It bodes well for the future of Holy Spirit with all these freshmen and sophomores getting experience early in their careers, but it might be a rocky road here in Absecon this year.
Well, you got to think that they're going to benefit from this national conference schedule. That should keep them competitive in a lot of these games at least.
Absolutely.
Light under center. Bellucci, the fullback, and they hand to Bellucci. Nope. Light's going to keep it himself, crosses the 35-yard line, and picks up about 5 or 6 yards. So Light continues to truck the yardage.
Yeah, and Andrew Light got a lot of experience last year when he had to fill in for T.J. Anderson quite a few times when Anderson went down with an injury. So he's pretty familiar with this offense and the way Coach John Iannucci wants this run.
Mike Gill, John Leon here on 97.3 ESPN FM, and on our website, you can watch live video at 97.3ESPN.com. Michael Wazin split to the near side. Light under center. Jordan Taylor split way out to the far side. Bellucci, the fullback, and they're going to use another run by a keeper by the quarterback. First down, Light, out by midfield, and a first down, Spartans.
Right now, it's all Andrew Light, and that was the key for Cedar Creek. They had to stop him somehow. But with this triple option offense, it's going to be awful tough.
Yeah, Cortaveri, they faked the pitch to Cortaveri. You got to account for him, and Light, smart decision to cut it up.
Sure. You got Bellucci in the background, so you fake to him going up the middle, and then Light has the option. Either give it to him, keep it, or pitch.
7-18 and counting. First and 10 for the Spartans, almost in enemy territory on the 48. They break the huddle, sending Taylor to the far side. Wazin to the near side. Light looking over a Pirate defense, which has been very stingy this year. They pitch to Cortaveri to the outside. He cuts it up to the 40-yard line. First down. He falls right around the 40, but gets about 14 yards on the pickup. So another big run by the Spartans there, and consecutive first downs now.
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for Gary Voss getting him by his shoelace, he's rolling into the end zone. That's the only thing that stopped him from a touchdown from about 51, 52 yards.
First and 10, ball at the 40. Spartans trail 7-0, but on the move. They don't put the ball in the air very much here.
No, they don't. Good outside blocking, though, by Jordan Taylor and Joe Marcheski.
Light has Taylor split to the near side. He's matched up one-on-one with Zach Newman. They send a man in motion. They hand it up. Light's going to keep it to the outside at the 35. Powers his way to the 30 and near first down yardage.
Well, they're starting to chew up some ground now. 10 yards, 15 yards, 14 yards, 10 yards. Giving Cedar Creek all kinds of fits right now.
Light on the keeper.
And that's a first down.
Yep, and 30 consecutive first downs. So now John Iannucci's saying we got to get some confidence ourselves here.
They had a big front line from Holy Spirit. And they may be young, but they still got some horses up front. Sean Corsi at 288, Xavier Johnson at 276, TJ Clayton at 274. They still got some beef up there.
6:21 to play first quarter. Light with Taylor split to the near side. They hand it to the fullback, and Bellucci picks up about 2.
And Andrew Light took a shot. Jose Quinones came through and gave Andrew Light a shot right as he handed the ball off, and he was a little slow getting up.
Don't forget the live video. You can watch this game on 97.3 ESPN.com, and you can see the live video of so far. Has been a pretty well rushing attacked ball game so far. 40-yard touchdown run by Amir Mitchell. And right now the Spartans on the move. They have 2nd and 10, ball at the 28-yard line. Light. Taylor split to the near side. Barking out signal, sends a man in motion to the near side. He pitches it to the motion man, but no luck there as Marcheski just gets popped in the backfield there, and give credit to Quinones again.
Yeah, Quinones really broke through. Nobody laid a hat on him, and that's going to be a loss of about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 14 or 15 for Holy Spirit. Now you wonder if they might try to throw that fade pass to Jordan Taylor. Taylor, who goes 6'6", 202. He'll be playing basketball for Jamie Gillespie this winter. He's second year now playing wide receiver. And it's a severe matchup nightmare for Cedar Creek.
3rd and 13. Taylor split to the near side of the field, which is the short side. One-on-one with Newman.
Yeah, but he's got help on the safety.
Sends a man in motion to the far side. Now they hand it off on a delay, spinning Cortaveri, and he's going to come up well short of the first down. Crosses the 30-yard line and picks up about 4 yards on the play. So we'll see what happens here for Holy Spirit. It would be obviously a long field goal try here. So on 4th and 10, they're probably going to be going for it.
I would think so, because it's too long for a field goal and too short for a punt. You really don't gain much by it, so you might as well take a shot here. It was almost a delayed draw play that Holy Spirit just ran.
A lot of crisscrossing things are happening.
Yeah, a lot of misdirection.
But of course, they don't typically take too many shots down the field. We'll see what they do on 4th and 9. Ball at the Cedar Creek 29. The Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. We got an update for you after this play. Light sends a man in motion. Light. There's a lot of slow movement there, and there's whistles.
I think somebody jumped. Yep, false start on Holy Spirit. That's going to cost them 5 more.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Egg Harbor Township scores first. They lead Vineland 6-0, and Atlantic City down now 38-8 at the half against St. Augustine. So Atlantic City, after a come-from-behind victory last week, 44-38, they've given up 38 now in the first half. So they've given up a bunch of points consecutive weeks.
Yeah, the prep looks like the real deal, other than the opener against St. Joe's where they got pretty much smoked, and I think St. Joe's going to do that to everybody this year. They look like the real deal. That might be – I would suggest that prep might be their only loss this year. 4th and 14,
like the throw. Rolls to the far side. Light looking, pumps. Now he's going to keep it himself. Can he get to the sticks? He's going to come up short. And a late flag on the play on the far side of the field as Andrew Light looked like he was about 2 yards short, John, of the first down. But in his way to get there, he might have got his –
I don't know if it was a horse collar or a necktie. Either way, but Coach Tim Watson ran down the sideline and talked to the referees. He's arguing about this call.
He was not happy with it.
No, he wasn't.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Arnberg, a 7-yard touchdown pass from Durso. It's 7-7 Middle and Buna. So Buna, who has virtually shut everybody out, gives up an early score to Middle.
Wow, that's a little surprising. Maybe a little letdown going into playing against Middle and maybe not thinking that they were going to give them much of a game.
And Coach Caputo was on the pregame show with Dave O'Sullivan, and he said that. I hope my team doesn't have a letdown playing Middle this week.
Well,
so
here it is.
Good call by the coach.
And it's a personal foul on Cedar Creek. That's going to give Holy Spirit a first down. So they are going to call the clothesline on the sideline. Borderline play, I thought, but Coach Tim Watts is not a happy man right now for Cedar Creek. Holy Spirit, 1st and 10 from about the 11.
Right, ball's right on the 11, so they can get a first down still with 3:27 left to play in the first quarter. Mike Gill and John Leon here on 97.3 ESPN FM on your Friday night.
Beautiful night here in Absecon.
A little muggy, actually.
A little bit, but I mean, it's almost perfect. 2 days of rain will do that for you.
Light under center. Light pitches up, cuts it up, and a nice play in the backfield. Again, Cedar Creek sniffing that one out as the play was made by Bo Melton, one of the corners, stepping up there and making a stop on Jim Marcheski.
Yeah, lost him about 2, so he's 2nd and 12.
Ball at the 13 as John called a loss of 2. 2nd and 12, under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. I was in Atlantic City last week till 10 o'clock. I might be out of here by 9 tonight, the way these guys are rolling.
That's what you want to say.
I'm not complaining.
2:52 left.
I know O'Sullivan's back there at the studio probably saying, uh-oh, I got a full postgame show tonight.
There you go. You're going to have to work a whole hour tonight, Dave. So much for getting that magazine to print.
2:38 left to play in the first. Clock running with Light under center.
All right, gentlemen.
Sends a man in motion. Light to throw. Steps up. Fires over the middle. Touchdown. Holy Spirit. Jordan Taylor holds on. And the Spartans get within 1.
Nice play. Little in pattern. Little down and in. Jordan Taylor made a nice move to the outside. Shook the cornerback, Zach Newman, and he was wide open, and Light hit him right on the number. 7-6. Holy Spirit will line up for the extra point. Always had a good kicking game for Holy Spirit.
Yeah, feet kicking last year.
God, he did everything for him last year.
He did that. He cheerleaded. He played the national anthem.
Water boy, whatever you needed. I think he scouted most of the players.
And on the kick for Holy Spirit. It is up. And it is good. The extra point is good. And with that, with 2:27 left to play here in the first quarter, Holy Spirit 7, Cedar Creek 7, here on 97.3 ESPN. It is the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Boardwalk Honda wants your car, and they're paying top dollar. Visit boardwalkhonda.com. Mike Gill and John Leon here on 97.3 ESPN FM on a crisp fall night in Absecon. We're all tied up at 7.
Yeah, Chris Antonucci with the extra point. Had to go. The rosters that we have here are just a little bit off. A couple of the numbers are off. It was Chris Antonucci with the extra point. So 7-7 here at Absecon. On just a beautiful night with a late arriving crowd. It's a good home opener for Holy Spirit. Antonucci will kick off. See if he can get this one a little farther down the field. Have Amir Mitchell on the near side. Number 8, Lou Patali in the middle. Number 16, Bo Melton.
Approaching, swings his right foot through the football. A spinning kick caught at about the 15-yard line. Mitchell with the full head of steam. He breaks it, and he is gone. 50, 40, 20, 10, touchdown.
And again, nobody touched him, no flags on the field. It'll be about 78 yards.
Antonucci kicked
83
it.
yards, excuse me, 83 yards.
Antonucci kicked it to the wrong guy. Mitchell with a full head of steam, and he hit the crease, John, and he took off.
I'm telling you, man, he was shot out of a cannon. Amir Mitchell with his second touchdown of the game, one rushing, now an 83-yard kickoff return. Caught that just around the 13, 14-yard line. He was gone. Boy, taking the air out of the balloon very quickly here for Holy Spirit. Put a nice drive together, tie the game, and then give it right back on a kickoff return.
Yeah, demoralizing here to make it 13-7, the extra point coming. Cedar Creek on to try the extra point.
Boy, they are explosive, though, aren't they? Wow.
Well, Mitchell just a difference maker in all capacities.
I mean, they're a veteran team, too. I mean, you look at 54 players and 16 of them are seniors.
Kick is no good, by the way.
So,
with the score, 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Cedar Creek 13, Holy Spirit 7.
Catch your breath here. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement batteries at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. Phone them at 609-646-5008. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries, tested and trusted. The McMahon Insurance Agency of Ocean City, Moore, and Mays Landing. Call them at 609-399-0060 or online at McMahonAgency.com. The coverage you need, the service you deserve.
Over on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, EHT now leads 14-0 over Vineland, and St. Joe's is up 20-0 in that one. Rocco Ordilli with a 5-yard touchdown run. In that game in EHT, Corsi, a 3-yard touchdown run, and that game is in the first quarter. Here, it's 13-7. Cedar Creek leads Holy Spirit. So Holy Spirit grinds it out, works hard, gets a long drive, scores a touchdown, then they kick off, return right back at them. So the Spartan offense will be right back out on the field.
Well, here's what
you hope anyway.
Well, here's what Holy Spirit has to do now. They just have to keep with the game plan. It's already been proven that they can walk this ball down the field, eat clock, and put it in the end zone. And they have to stay with the game plan now. They can't get all flustered because they're down another touchdown.
Set to kick is Asler Santos, and his kick is short, taking about the 21-yard line. On the far side of the field, stutter steps, spins, breaks a tackle, comes to the near side, cuts it up the middle at the 40, crosses the 40 out to about the 46, 43-yard line. And Holy Spirit with good field position. And Josh Kortzing takes the return back for Holy Spirit.
Good run back by Holy Spirit, get in good field position, 44-yard line. But again, now they just have to start grinding the ball out, keep with the game plan, and don't get flustered.
1st and 10, ball at the 43. Light under center with 2:06 to play here in the first quarter.
Just when you thought it was going to be a quick game.
Light keeps it. He fumbled it, and it's on the ground. Still on the ground. I think Holy Spirit has it. Boy, 3 Pirates ran right past that ball, and Light looks like he is down. He's getting helped up by his teammates, but he took a shot, which caused him to fumble that ball, John, and Holy Spirit did recover.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's taken 2 or 3 really good licks now. You know, and John Iannucci's telling him to hold on to the ball. I don't know if anybody could have held on to the ball with that shot that he took.
He got ripped.
Yeah, he did. I think it was Quinones again when he went to flip it. They got a target on number 14.
Deshaun Hart runs the play in for Holy Spirit. Coming up on a minute to play here in the first quarter. 13-7, Cedar Creek leads.
Trey Blackwell's create some havoc in the middle. 6'2", 316-pound senior. Nose tackle.
Light barking out the signal, sends a man in motion. He's going to throw, play action, steps up, fires. He's got a man wide open is
out of bounds.
Incomplete to Nick Cordevari, who was wide open up the sideline, but just led him too far out of bounds,
Yeah,
John.
he did. Led him a little bit too far. Had him wide open. He throws it inside the numbers a little bit, and Cordevari still running.
1:05 to play in the first quarter. You like them taking that shot down the field there?
I do, because it was a well-designed play. Jordan Taylor went down the middle. He took the cornerback and the safety with him, and the linebacker went with Taylor. He should have gone with Cordevari and didn't do it. Light had him wide open and just overthrow him. Simple as that. I mean, it's just, that's a physical error you can correct. But the play was very well designed.
3rd and 9. Spartans at the 45. Their own 45. They pitch it to Cordevari, who hits the outside, turns it up the field. First down. So he gets to about the 45-yard line. So a pickup of about 12 on the play, John. A big run there by Cordevari.
Big run by Cordevari, and they needed it at the best time. That makes up for the pass play out of bounds. I notice things in the offensive and defensive lines are starting to get a little testy on both sides now.
I'm sure, Cedar Creek feels a little disrespected. They lost last week, so they really want to prove something this week.
Well, they've been a good team for 2 years now, and they're starting to feel like they're not getting the respect they deserve.
You heard Tim Watson in the pregame show talking about his Pirates team, which lost to Buna last week. Light keeps it, and Light is hit immediately. Gain of about 1.
About 1. That's about all he got. Faked the handoff to Bellucci and kept it himself.
Well, when you're running into Trey Blackwell, 6'2", 316 pounds, you're not going to go forward.
No. You're lucky if you go sideways. That's a mobile home with legs.
Coming up on 10.
What do they feed these kids?
Seconds.
This is a senior. This is a senior in high school. He's 316 pounds.
That will be the final play of the first quarter here on 97.3 ESPN's Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week. Boardwalk Honda wants your car, and they're paying top dollar. Visit BoardwalkHonda.com. The score after 1, Cedar Creek 13, Spartan 7.
The Heist Agency with convenient offices in Ocean City, Margate, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. You also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance. Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and the Prairie Egan, 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. Be smart, ran at Just 4 Wheels. This game is also brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City. We encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week. And Vic Sub Shop, 742 Ohio Avenue, phone 645-0500. Vic's is open 7 days a week until 8 o'clock on weekdays, 9:30 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Vic Sub Shops, Ohio Avenue in Absecon.
End of the first quarter here. End of the first quarter. Vineland trails EHT 14-0 on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. We'll have some more scores and highlights at halftime. Dave O'Sullivan of Glory Days Magazine. Visit acglorydays.com for all the happenings in the high school scene around Atlantic and Cape May counties in South Jersey. And, of course, Dave and Pete will give you the postgame show tonight with some big matchups. Millville in action, St. Joe's in action, and, of course, EHT undefeated playing Vineland undefeated. So somebody's going down tonight, but someone's going to be 3-0, John.
Yeah, somebody's 3-0, and St. Joe's may get a little test tonight, but we heard that Rob Ennis from Millville may not be playing for Millville tonight. So that's a weapon that they can't afford, especially against St. Joe's. Holy Spirit's ball will start the second quarter.
Light moving right to left now. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 43. In enemy territory are the Spartans. Light pitches to Cordevari, sidesteps the tackler out to the 40. Cordevari still on his feet going forward to about the 35-yard line. So good hard running to try to get away from the tackle of Amir Mitchell.
Nice running there. Tell you what, once again, Andrew Light takes another shot. This time from number 15, Nate Pauls, 6'3", 232-pound senior. And just when he flipped it, he was on his back that quick.
3rd down and 3. Ball at the 43-yard line as Holy Spirit trails by 6. This is a big play here. Yeah. 3rd down.
You just have to think all those hits after a while is going to have to take their toll on Andrew Light. I mean, how many times can you just barely get the ball off and take a shot like that?
Light under center. barking out the signals over this Pirate defense. They give it up the middle for a first down. Bellucci, and he is into around the 25-yard line. So a nice pickup there of about 11 yards, John, and they just kind of stuck Bellucci up there, the sophomore fullback.
Well, they faked it to him just about every play so far. This time they finally gave it to him, and there was the hole, and he did what good fullbacks do. You put both arms on the ball and hold on and just keep driving the legs forward, and that's what he did.
10:57 and counting here in the first half.
10:57?
10:57.
New military time?
I'm on working too many hours time. First and 10, ball to 25. Light sends a man, pitches to the, and it is nearly fumbled as Cordoveri picks that up as Light takes a shot again. And a lot of it is that timing. They don't look like they have that timing down yet.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with Cedar Creek, too. They're blowing through these lines. I don't know if the offensive linemen are just coming out of their splits just a hair too early, but Andrew Light has no time to even think about where he's going to go with the ball. Does he want to hand it off to Bellucci? Does he want to pitch it to Cordoveri or Marcheski? He has no time, and Cedar Creek's got a lot to do with that.
Deshaun Hart being summoned into the game. Michael Watson on the sideline now for Holy Spirit, who has second down and 10 here on 97.3 ESPN FM and live video on 97.3 ESPN.com. And there is a timeout. It looks like Holy Spirit wants to talk things over. So with 9:50 left to play here in the first half, it is the Pirates 13, the Spartans 7.
Skelly's High Point Pub is at Shore Road and the White Horse Pike in Absecon. Best food and drink is available to you every day, and they deliver from the High Point, 641-3172 for takeout or delivery. Johnson's Popcorns at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. They phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. Diorio Circle Cafe on MacArthur Boulevard in Summers Point. They are loaded with TVs at Diorio's to see your favorite game. The Wings and Tenders were voted best at the Shore. Phone 609-927-6111 for takeout. And Shoppy's at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood at Shoppy.com. You can select and design your own trophy or award and order it online. Shoppy's also has a complete line of gifts.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Mainland has a 10-0 lead over Ocean City in a game that you can hear on 1450 AM tonight with live video on WPG1450.com. Camden leads Cumberland 7-0 at the end of the first quarter in a West Jersey Football League game, and we'll have the scores from all over the area coming up at halftime tonight. Middle Township with a 14-7 lead over Buna tonight at the end of the first quarter.
There was the letdown they were talking about. Big game last week and a little bit of a letdown tonight.
9:50 to play first half here. Second down and 12. Ball to 27. Light to throw. He's got a man. He throws, and it is intercepted. Intercepted on the far. Oh, no. Now they're going to say it's incomplete. It looked like he came down with it on the far side of the field there.
Looks like Bo Melton had Jordan Taylor covered.
He had a man coming up the sideline here, John, with one-on-one coverage, and the receiver just blew by, but he cut off that side of the field and went to his main target, Taylor, and almost got it picked off. So it's going to be third down and 12 now.
Well, I'll tell you what, our listeners don't miss a thing. I just read the ad for the High Point, and everybody's blowing up my phone going, oh, nice, you got the read for the High Point. Nice. My home away from home.
I know I'll be there for wings when this game is done.
Yeah, you know, it's a mile from my house. What am I
going to put that order in right now.
Yeah, so. Go ahead. Call it up.
Second and 12. Third and 12, I should say. And it is Cordoveri sidestepping, getting to the inside, cuts it up. Near first down. He's got the first down. Now he's got the corner. Now he's got the touchdown.
Nice run by Cordoveri.
Nick Cordoveri.
28 yards. Beautiful design play again. Light came to the near side. Looked like he was just going to bootleg it. And then Cordoveri just stood his ground. He handed it off, went right back where Light was standing. And the hole was wide open, and Cordoveri didn't get touched until he was at the goal line. Spirit right back into the ball game.
Tied it up at 13, and now the Spartans will try to take the lead here with 9:33 left to play.
Antonucci's going to kick the extra point. The attempt again.
Chris Antonucci, who banged the first one through the uprights, has an opportunity to make this a 1-point Spartan lead. Snap is high. The kick is up, and it is
looks like it's good.
Good.
There it is.
9:33 left to play in the first half. Holy Spirit leads 14-13 over Cedar Creek.
McGettigan's 19th hole on Route 9 in Galloway Township. Come celebrate the NFL season with 62 years of tradition. Enjoy their special $5 menu every Sunday during NFL games. McGettigan's 19th hole, Galloway's original Irish pub. When you're ready for roofing, siding, or windows, call East Coast Roofing and Siding, 609-545-1444, or visit them online at eastcoastroofing.com. When you're faced with a civil trial case like personal injury, employment discrimination, or negligence, you need the right lawyer. Make the call to Goldenberg Mackler in Atlantic City, Northfield, Rio Grande, and Vineland, online at gmslaw.com. Atlantic Chiropractic Holistic Center, your total health resource for people of all ages, featuring chiropractic, acupuncture, and massage services. 6717 Atlantic Avenue in Ventnor. My chiropractor, by the way. I happen to go there. And I'll tell you what, he's fixed me up quite a few times. Dr. Bob Gibbs.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, St. Joe's 27, Millville nothing late in the first quarter. Timber Creek 6, Delsey nothing. That's the end of one as well. And Bridgeton 6, Riverdale nothing at the end of the first quarter. Here, 14-13. Holy Spirit in the lead. Man, two big plays for Cedar Creek, a 40-yard touchdown run and an 83-yard kickoff return. The Spartans have grinded it out, but they have the lead.
Well, I want to see what they do on the kickoff here. Keep it away from Amir Mitchell.
Antonucci's kick goes out of bounds.
And you know what?
That's a flag.
That's almost, that's for the kick going out of bounds. So Cedar Creek will get the ball on the 40-yard line. But you know what? That's the lesser of the two evils. You get Cedar Creek the ball on the 40, or you kick it to Mitchell and hope he doesn't go 80 on you again.
Well, he's got a catch out in the flat that he got big yardage on. Then he had a run for 40 yards for a touchdown. Then he had a kickoff return for 83 yards. So he's racking up over 130 yards of total offense here in the first half.
I wonder if they're going to make Holy Spirit re-kick this. I think they have an option. The way Cedar Creek's lining up, I think they're going to make Holy Spirit re-kick this with a 5-yard penalty, and they are.
Over on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Haddonfield leads Collingswood 7-0. Keep those West Jersey scores rolling for you, because obviously playoff possibilities start to come in here very shortly. The high school season sneaks up on you pretty fast, John. Next thing you know, these power points will be coming out, and those West Jersey teams will be a big factor in some of these teams, especially Cedar Creek.
Oh, absolutely they are, because they're Group 2, I believe, still. Yeah, they're still Group 2, and playing teams like Holy Spirit, and I believe they got St. Augustine Prep on Thanksgiving Day or Thanksgiving.
They're actually playing that on Saturday.
On Saturday after Thanksgiving, so that's going to be a big game there.
Glassboro's beating Shalleck 21-7. That's at the end of one. So Holy Spirit will re-kick it from the 35-yard line with 9:33 left to go here in the half. Antonucci's kick is blasted all the way back to about the 15-yard line. Mitchell with a full head of steam. He almost slips, cuts it up to the 40, and falls forward to the 45-yard line.
It wasn't Mitchell.
That wasn't Mitchell that time. That was actually Kamir Harvey, who, boy, got shot out of a cannon there. The junior wide receiver was flying after he caught that ball.
Oh, special teams is really going to play a big part here, I think, before the end of the night. It already has once. We might see one more break or two. Cedar Creek is really doing well on special teams, opening up holes for Mitchell and now Harvey.
They'll have 9:25 left here in the first half with a 14-13 deficit for the Pirates. Milza in a shotgun. Two wide receivers split to the near side. Pro set backfield surrounding Milza.
Mitchell one-on-one far side.
They're going to hand it off. Coming to the near side is Burrell. Burrell crossed the 50 and knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. A pickup of about 6. So J.B. Burrell, he's a big man.
Yeah, he's a big man. Jim Marcheski with the hit. Knocked him out of bounds, but not after pickup of 6 or 7. Second with 2 or second about 3, looks like. Well, I'll tell you what, the way Cedar Creek had that spread out, Mitchell was out there all by himself, one-on-one. That just does not bode well. That's a match. That's a mismatch, any way you look at it.
Mitchell splits to the far side, coming here to the near side. Is a pair of receivers with Milza in shotgun.
Lee Dawson, a 5'7" freshman on Mitchell.
Millsa to throw. Steps up. He's hit as he throws, and it is going to fall flat into the flat as Millsa took a shot right up the middle there, and some flags are being fired for some extracurricular activity.
Number 69, Amir Young, got a shot on Millsa. 6'4", 291-pound senior. And then he took a couple shots from the Cedar Creek offensive lineman. I think they're going to get 15 on this.
Yeah, Amir Young really gave a shot to Millsa, which caused him to throw the ball really short. They were looking for Mitchell one-on-one out there.
Offsetting
it looks like offsetting penalties, John.
Yep. Still second down, still third down.
Replay that down.
Yep.
14-13. Spartans lead the Pirates with 8:35 to play in the first half. Mike Gill and John Leon. Tom Arnone on video tonight over at 97.3 ESPN.com.
They pulled up the blitz for Holy Spirit. It was a good time for it.
Still like a third on the marker on the far side there. Ball at the 46. Millsa under center. Millsa to Burrow. Breaks it. And he's got a first down, carrying Spartans with him out to about the 40-yard line. And finally, the tackle made by Deshaun Hart. He was carried for a couple of yards. Is 6 foot,
209 or so.
Big-time running back size for J.B. Burrell.
Well, that's what happens. You keep those legs running, keep those legs moving, chopping all the way forward. Got to keep leaning forward.
Coming up on 8 minutes. Holy Spirit trailed, took the lead, then gave up a kickoff return and went down again. They now lead by 1 point, 14-13. Under 8 minutes to play in the first half. Millsa under center, the left-hander. Hands off to the far side of the field, out to the far side, trying to hit the corner. He's got the corner, and a near first down.
Carl Reich, 5'10" senior that nobody hears about. Little change of pace runner. And got to the outside, and that's a first down for Cedar Creek. Oh, second about
yeah, just short. He hit that right before the 30 and started rolling forward. Gain of 9 on the play to make it 2nd and 1. Ball just shy of the 30-yard line for Cedar Creek.
Still 7 minutes left to play in the half. There's a lot of time here. Cedar Creek showing a lot of patience here. The home run hitters, but they're showing a lot of patience.
Carl Reich in a power eye. Millsa to throw. Fires, and he is way too far as he had one-on-one coverage for Mitchell, but he just threw that way too far, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd down and 1, John. That's a good play, though, for 2nd and 1.
Good play. He just needed a little more air under the ball. If he just lays it up there and lets Mitchell run under it, he might have had a better shot at it, but he threw that thing like a line drive, and Mitchell's fast, but I don't think he's that fast. He couldn't run under that.
He is a big kid.
That was a fastball from 65 feet.
That's a wideout you need in this area of the field.
Oh, yeah, absolutely right. Jordan Taylor at 6'6", Mitchell at 6'4". You need those big receivers, and that's why there's a lot of Division I scouts sniffing around.
3rd and 1. 2 receivers split to the near side. Mitchell on the far side. Millsa, hands off, and it is Nate Pauls at the 20. Pauls bounces to the outside. Now he comes back inside and crosses the 10-yard line. A first down and some, and a big gain on the play by the fullback.
Yep, they're starting to spread it around a little bit now. Burrell got the ball. Wright got the ball. Pauls got the ball. So they're starting to really work their offense and their depth. It's 1st and goal, it looks like, right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, ball is right on top of the 10, so it will be 1st and 10. Well, 1st and goal for Cedar Creek. 6:38 to play first half. Millsa in a shotgun. Cedar Creek in all white tonight, green helmets, electric green socks. Millsa, Burrell cuts it back. Burrell, touchdown, Cedar Creek.
Yeah, they just ran right through the middle, and he broke 2 tackles. Easy 10-yard run.
10-yard touchdown run by J.B. Burrell, and just like that, a nice drive by the Cedar Creek Pirates, John, and they now lead it with a very odd score, 19-14. The extra point is coming here. They are going to try to kick it looks like.
Yeah, it was a nice drive. I mean, they showed a lot of patience here. We've seen a 40-yard run by Mitchell. We've seen the 83-yard kickoff return. Very explosive coming out of the chute. But then they really took their time, showed a lot of patience, spread the ball around, and just walked it right down the field and scored.
Extra point still coming here for the Pirates. The kick is up. And it is good. So with 6:22 left to play here in the first half, Cedar Creek 20, Holy Spirit 14. You're listening to 97.3 ESPN.
Jersey Mike's has a great menu of sandwiches in the ShopRite Center in Summers Point. Choose from an assortment of hot and cold subs. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. On 609-653-3000 for Jersey Mike's. The Tuckahoe Turf Farm has home field advantage. Tuckahoe Turf Farm will be awarding one lucky South Jersey high school a brand new sod football field. You can listen to 97.3 ESPN's high school football coverage to find out how to enter your school for a chance to win a new football field. New football field. Really?
That's right.
Wow. Stuff. Boardwalk Honda invites you to check out their always up-to-date online inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you found the Honda models you like, visit Boardwalk Honda, 6807 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township, and take a test drive. The service you'll receive is a cut above, and Brian Brumel's sales staff is professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Honda has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Honda. Call toll-free at 877-472-6499.
Well, John, 6:22 left to play here. We're kind of making jokes that Dave's going to have a long postgame show, but
maybe not so much now.
it seems that things have slowed down a little bit now with 6:22 left. Holy Spirit's going to get the ball back.
See, I'm starting to think it's you. You went 3 hours last week, and now all of a sudden we got to shoot out again.
The first game, I think we were up to 9:50 almost.
Gee whiz. It's all right. Dave's sitting there with the stopwatch going, go ahead, 10 minutes. Let's go.
Short kick, taking it around the 20. Spartans bring it out to the 25. And coming to the near side at the 30, crosses over, jumps over a defender, but knocked down on his feet. And a flag comes rolling in as Dennis Woodley just laid a smackdown. No flag. They waved that flag off on the near sideline there. So Holy Spirit will start. 1st and 10.
It was Corsi, the freshman.
Josh Corsi.
Yep.
Who's been getting some return action tonight.
Well, we got a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. I mean, they're going to get their experience one way or another. See what Holy Spirit can do in the last 6:15 of the half.
Well, they send splits to the far side with Taylor and Hart to the far side of the field.
1-on-1, both of them.
Light under center. Bellucci behind them. They send a man in motion to Cordevari. And Light is smacked. He is hit immediately and driven backwards, so no gain on the first down play.
And Nate Pauls met him right there. If Andrew Light was thinking about pitching it.
Not tonight.
No, Pauls did not give him that option.
St. Joe's on the Baumgardner Construction scoreboard, leading Millville 29-0. A safety there for St. Joe, and they are just dominating the Thunderbolts. That was a competitive game last year in Millville. In Hamilton. Home field tonight, not the same.
Yeah, it's an embarrassment of riches for St. Joe's. They are, in my mind, head and shoulders the best team in the Cape Atlantic League. And I think the only way they lose a game this year is if they beat themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they got so much talent, and we don't have to talk about Paul Sacco, how good a coach he is.
Light sends a man in motion. Back to throw. Play action. Fires it. It is in and out of the hands of Jordan Taylor, and he had running room, John.
Yeah, he did.
Good play there. But Taylor couldn't hold on.
Yeah, Andrew Light threw just a little behind him. Might have been a catchable ball, but Taylor just couldn't pull it in. About a half a step behind him.
Makes it 3rd and 10 now. Now you put yourself in a situation where you might have to throw the ball again, although they've been using that pitch to Cordevari on the far side of the field and letting him kind of use the real estate out there.
Yeah, maybe a little misdirection like they did on the touchdown, where Light runs one way and Cordevari just stands there and then comes back and cuts back on it.
3rd and 10, ball at their own 32. Light with a tight formation. Andrew Light. Play action. Steps up. He is hit. He fumbled the football. And it looks like Cedar Creek has the football, and they do. At the bottom of the pile, coming up with it is Jose Quinones as Light was hit from the backside, John. And it looks like when Holy Spirit has to throw the ball, they feel pretty uncomfortable.
They do feel uncomfortable, and he held that ball just way too long. He just way too long holding the ball. And he took a shot on the meantime when He tried to throw it and just never got a chance to get rid of it. The play took way too long to develop. Cedar Creek with a big turnover right before the half.
Yeah, Light's taking some punishment tonight. He got ripped from the backside and now throwing the football on the sideline here is Gaskell. We'll have to see if Light maybe got shooken up as he was ripped on the backside there.
Yeah, he did take a shot. He's taken 4 or 5 good ones tonight, and that was probably the best one of all of them.
Milza, who's the size of an offensive lineman himself, playing quarterback, hands the football off down. It's a reverse, and there's a fumble, and it bounces right back into the hands of Melton. Melton hits the corner. Melton at the 10. Melton 5. Touchdown, Cedar Creek.
Boy, did they get lucky on that one. 27 yards. It was a reverse.
They handed it to Burrell, who came to the near side. He handed off to Melton, who fumbled the ball. It bounced right back up to him, and he hit the corner.
Hit the corner, and there was nobody. It wasn't a blue shirt around him. So Cedar Creek takes advantage very quickly of the turnover and puts another 6 on the board.
28-yard touchdown scamper for Bo Melton, John, and that makes it 26-14 Cedar Creek, just like that.
Just like that. Speed just like his father, Gary Melton. He got around that corner. Once he turned it, he was full speed ahead. I'm looking on the Holy Spirit sideline here, and Andrew Light sitting on the bench here a little bit and trying to shake the cobwebs out, I think.
Extra point, kick is up, and it's good. So with 4:59 to play here in the first half, Cedar Creek 27, Spartans 14.
Need a sign? You need Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie at Blue Water Graphics creates signs for real estate and other businesses. He does construction site signs and window lettering for your business. He can also provide the lettering for your van, truck, car, or boat. You can reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows, whatever lettering you need. From Captain Charlie at 823-8891. Blue Water Graphics. This game is brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week.
How many times in the last 5-6 years has Holy Spirit just been punched in the mouth like this, where they're playing and clawing from behind? Even in state final games, it hasn't been quite like this.
No, not quite. But again, I mean, we talked about it in the pregame. This is a, and you hate to say it, it's a rebuilding year. When you have 31 freshmen and sophomores, and it's not an excuse for Holy Spirit, they're going to fight you all the way. They got 14 points on the board, and they're giving Cedar Creek all they can handle. So they're going to fight you, but this is a young team, and it's a veteran Cedar Creek team, and the roles have been reversed. Holy Spirit's been the veteran team for 4 or 5 years now, where they've just gone around, just slapped everybody around, and they're getting a little bit of it tonight.
Quinones approaches the football and puts one high, spinning kick, taken by Cordevari about the 20, out to the 25, and he is hit around the 30-yard line and dropped right there. The Spartans will start first and 10 with 4:54 left to play here in the first half. They trail 27-14, and on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, St. Joe's has scored again. They lead it. Horn, a 30-yard touchdown pass to make it 36-0.
Now, who would have thought that would have been a running clock at Millville with that game? Anybody predict that one? 35
Sacco,
more.
probably.
Yeah. He'll try to put 3 or 4 more up just to make sure it's a running clock.
A lot of early nights for them.
A lot of bench players getting a lot of time.
And a new quarterback into the game, and a handoff right up the middle, short of the 40-yard line is Bellucci.
Jason Conrad at quarterback now. 5'6", 154-pound sophomore.
Yep.
Andrew Light sitting on the bench over here, and he's gotten rattled a few times. And Lee Dawson sitting next to him.
So Conrad into the game, running this Spartan offense. And as John mentioned, Conrad 5'6", 154 pounds. Not a big kid, so we'll see how much punishment he could take. He fumbled the football, and he is hammered back there as there is 4 Pirates surrounding Conrad as he just hands the ball to the official, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 7 now for Cedar Creek. Or excuse me, for Holy Spirit. They trail 27-14 with under 4 minutes to play. Holy Spirit under center. And they're going to give a quick little handoff, but it is sniffed out immediately, and a loss of about 5 on the play as Cedar Creek's all over that, and Holy Spirit's going to have fourth down.
Yeah, they are going to have fourth down. Looks like they got a lot of freshmen. Timeout on the field. Looks like a Cedar Creek Pirate is down with a little bit of an injury. There's been some roster changes here. We're not quite sure if that's Jason Conrad. He's not listed as a quarterback.
No.
So we're trying to find out who the quarterback actually is.
It's odd, too, because you saw Light, as you mentioned, he was just sitting on the bench over there. He didn't appear to be injured.
No, he's taking quite a few shots, and John Iannucci's probably looking for a Danny Tarsitano is the quarterback, 5'11", 154-pound freshman. So they changed the numbers. He was number 6. Now we got him at number 29.
Yeah. So Dan Tarsitano is a freshman. He's in at quarterback.
John Iannucci just looking for a spark. Not happy with the way Andrew Light's played, but again, Cedar Creek's got everything to do with this. That's why Light has been sitting over on the bench getting a breather. I see him down on the field talking to Dr. John Baker.
Yeah, that's a big man for Cedar Creek walking off the field over there. Looks like Jason Williams, 6'3", 285-pounder. Is walking off the field there for the Pirates.
There's a timeout on field called by Cedar Creek as they take the injury timeout and figured they'd take a shot at it.
With 3:23 left to play first half, Cedar Creek 27, Holy Spirit 14 on 97.3 ESPN and live video at 97.3ESPN.com.
Under the Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012, you could save more than $90,000 over 10 years if you build 3 feet above base flood elevation. The all-star staff at Bumgardner House Lifting can attend to all your house-raising needs. The Bumgardner family has 65 years of combined experience in general construction. Visit BumgardnerHouselifting.com or call toll-free at 855-324-2700. Bumgardner House Lifting, restoring the Jersey Shore one home at a time. For over 60 years, the Oreos Circle Cafe has been a gathering spot for local sports fans. They're loaded with TVs at the Oreos so you can always see your favorite game. It's not fine dining at the Oreos, just good food. In fact, their wings and tenders were voted best at the shore. The kitchen is open daily at 11 a.m. You can phone 609-927-6111 for takeout. The circles go on, but the Oreo Circle Cafe is still there on MacArthur Boulevard in Summers Point. Been here a few times. This stuff's good. I don't think there's a restaurant in Summers Point that's not good. Mike Gill's been quite a few places over there. A few.
Back to punt Taylor for the Spartans. And he's going to run to the near side and then let one go. Taken by Mitchell. He fumbles the ball, and he is hit, driven backwards to around the 35-yard line. Good coverage by Dante Daniel, the sophomore, as he brings Mitchell down. And it looks like with 3:14, Cedar Creek will start with the ball about the 35-yard line, John.
Yeah, Deshaun Hart got down on Mitchell in a hurry. As soon as he dropped the ball, Hart was on him. So that'll stop that real quick. Good punt by Taylor. About 30 yards, 35 yards.
Yeah, Taylor.
No return.
Got it off trying to kick it away from Mitchell, but Mitchell came up on it but fumbled it. And that's why Holy Spirit was able to get down there and cover that punt pretty well. Light is walking around the sideline, just no helmet, just kind of walking around.
36-yard line for Cedar Creek. Shotgun again.
Yeah, Milza, who's 6 foot, 190 pounds as a sophomore, sends a man, Newman, in motion. Milza, the lefty, to throw. Hits Newman wide open in the flat. Newman can run. First down, 50-yard line. Newman breaks a tackle short of the 45. And Zach Newman, man, that was a well-designed play just underneath the entire coverage.
That looked like a Wes Welker special. He came from the slot, the little stutter step, hesitated, came right across the back of the line. And nobody went with him, and he came right across, and it was an easy throw for Milza.
And Zach Newman can really run, and he showed it there as he took off and got a first down into enemy territory. Ball at the 48-yard line.
15, 16-yard play.
First and 10, 3:04 left to play in the first half. Dave O'Sullivan and Pete G have scores and highlights coming up at the halftime. 27-14, Pirates with the lead and the ball, moving left to right. Mills at a throw, steps up, And he is flushed out of the packet, and he is sacked from the backside. Looks like T.J. Clayton got him.
Yep. Owen Kramer also had a shot at him. Clayton finished it up.
So Clayton gets credit for the sack, but he had some help with some teammates there, flushing Mills out of the pocket. That's a big loss on the players. They are back on their own 46-yard line now. So it'll be second down
about 20
and about 18 here.
18, 20.
Just across the 45-yard line at the 46. 2:29 and counting. Second and 18. Mills in a shotgun. Burrell to his right. Pumps, fires, and it is complete. And caught by Mitchell, dragging tacklers, and Mitchell gets near first down yardage.
Boy, he almost broke that out of there.
Mitchell, just individual effort.
These guys are tough to bring down. Wow.
And they got skill players all over the place.
Yeah, they do.
And a timeout take, it looks like, by Cedar Creek. So with 2:06 left to play here in the first half, Holy Spirit trails Cedar Creek 27-14 on 97.3 ESPN FM.
You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. The coastal insurance specialist with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health, they offer it all at the Heist Agency. With convenient offices located at 700 West Avenue in Ocean City, 7809 Atlantic Avenue in Margate, and in Egg Harbor Township at the Providence Professional Park. In the ShopRite Shopping Center in Marmora and South Main Road in Vineland. You also find them online at theheistagency.com. Remember, Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance.
Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. St. Augustine 45, Atlantic City 8. That's at the end of the third quarter out there.
Ooh.
No mercy.
No, not really. Can't afford to have any. I mean, the way these teams can come back, if you get a chance to put a foot on their throat, you do it. I mean, you're trying to send a message, too, to the other teams. Like, hey, this is what we can do.
Riverdale 14, Bridgeton 12. That's at the half. Holy Spirit still faces Bridgeton down the road.
That's not going to be easy.
They'll also face Buna down the road.
Yep.
Might not have been the year to move down to the
No, I'll tell you what, the way Middle Township's playing, that's not going to be an easy game either.
Yeah, we'll get you an update on that middle game. Last we heard, they were beating Buna 14-7.
There you go.
Here it's 27-14, 2:06 to play in the first half. They direct snap to Burrell, who fakes it to Mitchell and takes it up for a short gain. And it's going to be fourth down and about 1.5 yards, John.
I'm thinking they're going to go for this here. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. I mean, you've been moving the ball pretty well. You've had a couple hiccups, but not many. And with Burrell, Millsla, and Mitchell, I'm sure you could probably get 1 yard out of this.
1:39 and counting. See what Cedar Creek dials up here. It's fourth and about 1.5 yards. Millsla in a shotgun.
Empty backfield.
5 wide receivers, 3 to the near side. And he snaps it over Millsa's head.
Wow.
And Millsa just dives on the ball, and Holy Spirit's going to get it back, John, in enemy territory at about the 45-yard line. So with 1:16 here, Holy Spirit gets the ball back with good field position.
Man, that's a big turnover right there. I figured all they needed was 1 yard. I don't understand the play calling, actually.
Now Light's running over to grab his helmet here, and it looks like Light is coming back out onto the field. Or is he?
No, not really. Torsitano's back out. I don't understand the play calling for Cedar Creek. You needed 1 yard when you got Burrell and Nate Pauls. I don't get it. Unless you're going for the home run right there. But
Torsitano, the freshman, is under center for Holy Spirit. Sends the man in motion, and he hands it to Bellucci, and nope, he keeps it himself. Gets about 1 yard. So we're coming up on a minute here to play in the first half. And we did see Light run up to Iannucci and just kind of stood there, and Iannucci just walked right past him.
He says, you're not going in. Light's ready to play, and he's down the other end now with his helmet off.
So Torsitano carries, gain of 2. Second and 8.
Asking a lot from a freshman here, 5'11", 154.
Small guy, yeah. I mean, Light's out of the game, maybe because he was taking so many shots.
I think I'm listed at 5'11". He looks like he's about 5'6".
He's behind that center, yeah. He's almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Back to throw. Tarsitano fires, and he's got a man, and it is intercepted.
Mitchell.
Intercepted by Mitchell. He gets by Taylor. Up at the 40. Mitchell at the 50. Ahead of Steed at the 30. Mitchell is gone. Touchdown, Cedar Creek. with 19 seconds to go. Amir Mitchell has run one in. A kickoff return, and now he's returned an interception, John.
About 75 yards.
And it is all Pirates right now.
Boy, it's the Amir Mitchell show. I don't think Tarsitano ever saw Mitchell. He had Cortaveri down the middle of the field, and he threw the ball, and Mitchell came from the near side. Tarsitano, there's no way he could have seen him. I mean, you think it's pretty funny. He's 6'4". How do you not see him? But when he's on the near side covering a receiver here, and you throw it down the middle, and he comes out of nowhere, that's a lot of closing speed right there. Big play once again for Cedar Creek, especially in the last minute of play.
Yeah, only 17 seconds left in the half, and Tarsitano, the freshman, I don't know if he was looking for anybody or just thrown to a spot.
No, he had Cortaveri down the middle, and just Mitchell came out of nowhere to go get it.
Kick is up, and it is good for Cedar. No good for Cedar Creek. With 17 seconds left in the first half, Cedar Creek 33, Holy Spirit 14.
Wow. Interstate Batteries in Egg Harbor Township is now the 10th largest in the country, bringing their excellent service to 7 counties in South Jersey. They not only have a battery for your car, but your boat, your RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, power chair, or golf cart. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Phone them at 609-646-5008. You need a battery, you'll find it in Interstate Batteries, tested and trusted. They are outrageously dependable.
Oakcrest is up 13-0 at the half, and the Falcons looking to keep a good season rolling here for Oakcrest. And if Oakcrest is to win tonight, they'll face Buna next week, and the two teams would be 3-0, and we would be out in Mays Landing next week for a battle of undefeated teams, John.
There you go. That'd be a heck of a game, and it's been a long time coming for Oakcrest. I mean, they've had some talent out there, and they just really haven't been able to put it together.
Well, a lot of their talent we're watching here.
Yeah, pretty much. They're Cedar Creek.
By the way, at halftime, on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Buna is leading middle 28-21. So that one has been an entertaining game as well.
A lot of high scores. A lot of high scores tonight.
This one is 33-14 with 17 seconds left. An interception returned by Amir Mitchell, a kickoff returned by Amir Mitchell, and a touchdown run by Amir Mitchell has really been the difference, sprinkled in with some others. Cortaveri catches it about the 20-yard line, stutter steps, and he is hit, and it is a gang tackle by Cedar Creek as Cortaveri gets out to about the 25-yard line with 12 seconds. You taking a knee here?
Yeah,
you're saying, hey, we've had it up in the first half.
Suck it up, take the knee, and Andrew Light's going back in.
Hey, John, Holy Spirit led this game 14-13.
Yeah.
They were in the game. They led the game, but you never felt like they were in control of this game.
Yeah, they absolutely. They had a nice grind-out drive, took the lead at 14-13, but when you give up a kickoff return, you give up an interception return. I mean, Cedar Creek's got a lot of weapons. Timeout, Holy Spirit.
And the Spartans, called timeout here. Coming up at halftime, Dave O'Sullivan and PG run down the scores from all over South Jersey. You'll hear all the big scores that are happening around South Jersey tonight, John, and how they impact the standings tonight. You look at Buna just holding on to Middle Township. A lot of people thought Buna, if they could win tonight, they could be a clear favorite in the national division because they beat Bridgeton. They do play Holy Spirit still to come, but Buna has been a kind of a surprise story. And then, of course, they beat Cedar Creek. So they got that game up on them either. And I think a lot of people in a game you heard on 97.3 ESPN on Saturday afternoon were surprised by that score.
I think they were, because it was at Cedar Creek, and, you figure home field advantage, but Cedar Creek just got outplayed.
It's tied 21-all.
Buna really put it on Cedar Creek.
Yeah.
Shut them down totally. But then, and like the coach said, he was afraid that this was going to be a letdown part of the game, and Middle Township is giving Buna all they can handle. He called it.
Yep. And Buna's leading that game 28-21 at the halftime out there. And we'll keep our eye on that score because, as we mentioned, we are scheduled to be in Middle next week for Holy Spirit Middle. But if Buna and Oakcrest both get to 3-0, we're going to shift gears and head on out to Mays Landing, which would be a National Conference first-place game because Oakcrest, of course, dropped down into the National Conference this year.
Absolutely.
Light back on the field with 12. Actually, nope. Light is walking.
Tarsitano.
Yep, Tarsitano back onto the field. His Light is walking off the field. Handoff. And
that should be the last play of the first half.
Right. And it looked like the ball just kind of spun out of his hands, knee on the ground, and just handed it off to the official there. As that's kind of the way the first half has gone here in the second quarter anyway. With the score, Cedar Creek 33, Holy Spirit 14. We're at halftime here in Absecon tonight, John, and before we send it back to the studios so far, we just mentioned Holy Spirit had the lead in this game, but do you feel they have enough to make the second half run?
If they keep with their game plan and keep grinding out the way they did when they took the lead at 14-13, yeah, they can. However, Cedar Creek's just got too many weapons here, and they have to find a way to shut them down.
All right, we're at halftime here in Absecon tonight. Dave O'Sullivan of Glory Days Magazine and our own Pete G are set to bring you scores and highlights from all around South Jersey tonight with the 97.3 ESPN halftime show. We'll send it back to the 97.3 ESPN studios with that.
The Philadelphia Eagles play on 97.3 ESPN FM. WENJ Millville, Atlantic City, 97.3 ESPN.com. It's the 97.3 ESPN FM halftime show with scores and highlights from all over South Jersey.
Amir Mitchell has run one in, a kickoff return, and now he's returned an interception, John.
About 75 yards.
And it is all Pirates right now.
Boy, it's the Amir Mitchell show.
John Leon said it. John Leon, Mike Gill with the call out there. It is the Amir Mitchell show right now on 97.3 ESPN FM and 97.3 ESPN.com. Cedar Creek taking it to Holy Spirit 33-14 at the half. Dave O'Sullivan alongside Pete G here in the 97.3 ESPN FM studios. Dave, your thoughts here on the first half. A lot of points on the board, but it's 33-14 Cedar Creek right now.
Yeah, they weren't kidding when they said the Amir Mitchell show. I mean, if you haven't had a chance to go out and see this kid play, make it a point this year. He's an excellent athlete. And you can see just anytime he touches the ball, he's a threat to score from the mat. And you'll see Coach Watson try to get him the ball in different ways. That first touchdown, he lined up as a Wildcat quarterback. They'll do that from time to time. Takeoff returns as a defender in the secondary, interception returns. I mean, the kid is just an incredible athlete at the high school level.
We are at halftime here, Cedar Creek and Holy Spirit, presented to you by Skelly's High Point Pub. Check out Skelly's High Point Pub on North Shore Road in Absecon, just off the White Horse Pike. Thursdays to Sundays, they're open 24 hours, so come by anytime. Sample their classic American cuisine or hit the road with their ready-to-go packaged goods. Visit Skelly's High Point Pub online at highpointpub.com. Amir Mitchell got the scoring off here for Cedar Creek early in the first quarter. Here's Mitchell.
And they're going to give to big hole up the middle at the 30. Burrell at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Cedar Creek.
It was Amir Mitchell. They lined him up in the backfield.
You're right, John. Mitchell was the guy who took that handoff there. So they moved him from the outside to the backfield, and he goes 40 yards just like that.
Yeah, you saw Amir Mitchell out of the Wildcat. They do have Jesse Mills as quarterback, but they'll put him back there from time to time. And you just with an athlete like that, you just have to get him the ball in any way you can, and you see what happens when you get him the ball.
All right, so Cedar Creek has the lead early in the first. Holy Spirit answers back, though. Jordan Taylor, we talked about him in the pregame, one of the best wideouts in the state. Here he is right here.
Sends a man in motion. Light the throw. Steps up. Fires over the middle. Touchdown. Holy Spirit. Jordan Taylor holds on. And the Spartans get within one.
Yeah, he's been kind of that security blanket for Andrew Light, a quarterback. When you have a guy who's 6'6", hey, roll around, run around back there in the backfield, toss it up, he's going to make a play on it. So he's definitely one of the key parts of their offense.
All right, we mentioned Amir Mitchell's kind of hat trick he had in the first half. Here's the second touchdown of the game for Mitchell. It was a kickoff return.
And 16, Melton approaching, swings his right foot through the football. A spinning kick caught at about the 15-yard line. Mitchell with the full head of steam. He breaks it, and he is gone. 50, 40, 20, 10, touchdown.
And again, nobody touched him. No flags on the field.
Wow, what an app! I mean, this kid. If you're Holy Spirit, kick it out of bounds if you have to. Don't give this kid a chance to turn the game around like that.
Yeah, I mean, with a return like that, you got to be watching the game online at 973ESPN.com. You can see that play live and just how it develops and how fast Amir Mitchell is down those sidelines. I mean, he went untouched basically the whole time. I mean, nobody touched him. Nobody came within 30 yards of the guy, and just an unbelievable return. And that really, I mean, Spirit ties the game there, 7-all, and then Mitchell just ghosts everybody down the sidelines. So Cedar Creek is up 14-7 here. And here's another touchdown here by Cordevari.
2nd and 12. 3rd and 12, I should say. And it is Cordevari sidestepping, getting to the inside, cuts it up. Near first down. He's got the first down. Now he's got the corner. Now he's got the touchdown.
Nice run by Cordevari.
Nick Cordevari.
28 yards. Beautiful design play again. Light came to the near side. Looked like he was just going to bootleg it. And then Cordevari just stood his ground.
Yeah, that put them up 14-13 at the time. But like I said, you see the athletes that Cedar Creek has, and given the chance, they're gonna run away with it if you let them. So it's going to be real tough sledding for Holy Spirit here in the second half. They got to limit the big plays. They've got to sustain drives on offense, and you just can't let all these athletes roam free on the field for Cedar Creek.
All right, so that was the Nick Cordevari touchdown from Spirit. Cedar Creek, I mean, they're up 33-14, so they're not done scoring yet. J.B. Burrell, he adds to it.
In a shotgun. Cedar Creek in all white tonight, green helmets, electric green socks. Milza, Burrell cuts it back. Burrell, touchdown, Cedar Creek.
Yeah, they just ran right through the middle, and he broke 2 tackles. Easy 10-yard run.
I tell you what, if you're a defensive coordinator, you're earning your money against this team. That's what makes Buna's win last weekend so impressive, to be able to shut this team down. Really didn't allow a touchdown until very late in the game. So it's just such a tall order. You got Burrell up the middle. You got even Nate Paul's coming in as a fullback, pounding the middle. Mitchell on the outside, taking snaps as a wildcat quarterback. Mills are throwing the ball deep. It's so hard to contain this offense.
So that was the scoring from Burrell, and they weren't done, obviously. And if you follow along Cedar Creek, you know the last name Melton. Gary Melton from Cedar Creek. He's now gone, but his brother is Bo Melton, and Bo Melton put the Pirates on the board with just kind of a fluky play, but, I mean, they get it in the end zone. Here's the call.
Who's the size of an offensive lineman himself, playing quarterback. Hands the football off down at the reverse, and there's a fumble, and it bounces right back into the hand of Melton. Melton hits the corner. Melton at the 10. Melton 5. Touchdown, Cedar Creek.
Boy, did they get lucky on that one. 27 yards. It was a reverse.
What do they say? Better to be lucky than good. But yeah. I think Cedar Creek's got both going in their favor tonight. They're really taking it to Spirit, and I think they've circled this game on their calendar from the beginning of the season. They want to make a statement that, hey, you know, we're the new kids on the block here, the team to beat. So, like I said, Spirit, I don't know what they're going to say at halftime, but they better come up with something.
Yeah, and then Andrew Light went out of the game. He did not play the last kind of drive for Spirit. The freshman quarterback throws a pick six.
They're winning.
And Amir Mitchell adds to his totals. He returns it all the way, and now we have a score at half, 33-14. Cedar Creek up on Spirit. So that's our game. Over on WPG Talk Radio 1450, Ocean City and Mainland. Nice rivalry there. Mainland up 17-0.
Mainland's up 17-0.
Yeah, that's always a great rivalry going back for decades. I mean, that's one of those games where the fans from both sides are into it. You saw kids from each school going back and forth on Twitter all afternoon, so they get pretty fired up for that game. Good to see Mainland bouncing back. You know, they're without Justin Walsh. He's going to be gone for the season, apparently, with a shoulder injury. But they do have some athletes. As far as I know, their middle linebacker, Nick Drobnik, should have been back this week, so that's a big help to their defense.
So they do the trash talking on Twitter nowadays. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I graduated in 2002. My trash talking was done on AOL. I mean,
it's a different world.
Yeah,
I was back in the 80s, so we didn't even have the internet back then.
Let's keep this to a football-only show. No ages here on this show. This is the Skelly's High Point Pub halftime show, by the way, right here on 97.3 ESPN FMPG.
So we reached into Skelly's pocket?
Glory Days Magazine, acglorydays.com. So OC Mainland, we gave you that score. Really a score, it's really no surprise. I mean, St. Joe, 36-0 over Millville at Millville. That game, I believe, is at half, but 36-0, Dave, over Millville.
Yeah, like John Leon was saying it during the broadcast, it's going to be tough for anybody to beat St. Joe's this year. They're an incredible team. They got so many athletes, you know, Division I town all over the field. And when you're beating a team like Millville by that much at halftime, That's saying something about how good they are.
And a game that started at 6. We had some updates for you in the pregame show. But AC at the Prep all over Atlantic City, the Vikings right now, 45-14. Prep's Hermits have the lead.
Whew, man. Prep is on a roll since that season opening loss to St. Joe's. And if you haven't heard this name, you probably will by tomorrow. Kyle Dobbins, freshman. He had 97 yards in the first half and 2 touchdowns. So a nice compliment to Lamont Harris, who himself had over 170 yards in the first half, couple touchdowns.
So that game should be going final. I mean, really any minute now. Prep 45-14 over AC. Middle Township and Buna right now at the half. Buna up 28-21, a late touchdown there. It was tied 21
St. Joe's up 50
for
to
a little
nothing.
while there, but Buna takes the lead at half, 28-21 over Middle.
Yeah, Middle actually had the lead in this game, and like I said in the
final,
pregame,
45-14
they're not a
Atlantic
team you
City.
can sleep on. They got some talent, they got some athletes, and Buna looks like they're getting the ship righted a little bit here, but they got their hands full tonight.
So that's that score. Yeah, Buna looking to kind of hang on to that undefeated record.
No.
If they do, we'll be at Buna Oakcrest next week on 97.3 ESPN FM. Another game at the half. Riverdale, school from North Jersey, they come down south to play Bridgeton. That game is 14-12. Riverdale at the half. So don't really know too much about Riverdale. I do know, however, that Bill Parcells,
Bridgeton's losing
the alumnus
14-12.
of that school.
Oh, yeah?
Did
They got some
research.
football tradition there.
Yes, they do. Maybe
Yeah.
he's coaching. Maybe he's consulting on the sidelines there. But the Golden Hawks of Riverdale, I believe that's their 14-12.
Watch out for Bridgeton in the second half, though. You saw last week they were in a tight game with Holy Spirit and kind of ran away with it in the second half. So they're a good second half team.
Very good point. Very good point there. Did we miss anything? Vineland EHT. That game's at the half. EHT 14-0. A battle of 2-0 teams there. EHT 14-0. Vineland has about
EHT's up
3
14-0.
turnovers in that game. So EHT up 14-0 over Vineland.
Yeah, Vineland only had 2 turnovers in the first 2 games combined, so they're being a little bit sloppy with the ball. They got to clean that up in the second half. EHT is sticking with their running game. Rob Corsi with another touchdown. He's been a bull for them in the backfield. But yeah, look for this game. I wouldn't be surprised if Vineland makes a little bit of comeback in the third quarter, and this one should go down to the wire.
All right, it is our halftime show right now, and gonna get ready to send things back out to Absecon with Mike Gill and John Leon. They have the call out there. 33-14. Cedar Creek has the lead. It is the Skelly's High Point Pub halftime show. We'll keep you up to date on more scores and highlights right after this. It's 97.3 ESPN FM.
WPG Talk Radio 1450 is your new home for Ocean City
Good
High School
halftime,
football
boys.
this fall. Friday nights are
You like that?
starts
Yeah,
at
good.
6
Sounded
with
good.
the best high school football pregame.
Especially when you started
South
getting into
Jersey.
AOL,
Then at 7,
doing trash talk.
catch
That was
every
funny.
play. And every touchdown by the Ocean
So we used to
City
trash
High
talk by
School
carrier
Red
pigeons.
Raiders. Your
Tell all I am.
home for Ocean City High School football.
I forgot O'Sullivan was old man down there. I thought he was more my age range.
1450.com.
42, he says.
Wow.
North Shore
Oh.
Road in Absecon has something for everyone.
Got me by a little there,
Serving
bud.
everything from succulent prime rib dinners to their famous high
Yeah, but he's real 42, man. You're real 42 in
Skelly's
dog years,
High
I think.
Point isn't your everyday pub.
I've lived a
Skelly's
42-year
High Point
life.
Pub is open late Monday
Couple
to
times.
Wednesday and open 24 hours Thursday through Sunday. Stop in anytime for a bite or grab something for the road.
No,
as
it's
Skelly's
33 to
High Point Pub
14. I
has
thought we were gonna
ready-to-go
have a-
packaged goods. Visit
It looked like
Skelly's High
it was
Point
gonna be a
at
back and forther.
highpointpub.com
This kid Mitchell's a
or
beast.
Call 641-3172.
That kid should be at Oakcrest, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know. A lot of these kids
That's
melting.
Sullivan knowledge right there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's at least 10 or 12.
The whole schools should be at Oakcrest.
Heritage
Good point.
proud to sponsor high school
You know, his
football
brother,
on
when he
97.3
played, the kids
ESPN
Melton,
FM.
Gary Melton,
And Ocean City Red
the
Raiders
other
football
Bo Melton,
on
Gary
WPG
Jr.
Talk
Gary
Radio
Jr. played.
1450. They would like to
That
invite
Cedar
all
Creek
junior
team that went to the
golfers
finals a
enjoy
couple of
very
years
special
ago,
membership offers
that whole
this
team
fall.
was
Call
Oakcrest.
390-4500.
And Oakcrest, if you
Visit
remember, went to the Group 4 finals that year. They would have been loaded.
Oh, yeah.
This fall.
It's football season, and there's no better place to indulge than the Gettigan's 19th hole in Galloway. Located across
Dave says
from the
Mitchell has
Golf Club on
offers
Route
from
9.
like Florida
The
State,
Gettigan's
Notre
19th
Dame,
hole
Ohio
is
State.
the
Dude,
original
you should,
Irish pub
if
of
you've seen him
Galloway.
live, you
Join
know
them
why.
Sunday
And he's only
this
a
fall
junior.
for every pro football
I mean,
game.
he's that
And
good.
enjoy their
He's
special
legit
$5
D1.
Dude, he's
football
6'4",
menu featuring $5
200
wings and $5
15
domestic
pounds.
pitchers.
He'd
Not
be
to mention
playing-
free
he'd be
flat
starting for the
rate
Eagles
pizza
right now.
of your favorite
Tell you
teams.
what.
Enjoy football
He doesn't
this
waste
fall
any
with the
time getting
tradition
from
of the
point A to point
Gettigan's
B either.
19th hole in Galloway.
Hi,
I'm Mark Pfeffer, and I'm a certified civil trial attorney.
All right.
with
How much
over
time
20
here?
years of experience.
We're good. They put 3 minutes on the clock.
They put the 3 minutes for warm-up for the team. We can go anytime you want.
Yeah, we're ready.
I wonder if Andrew Light's going to come back to your employer.
Make the right call to Goldenberg Macklin.
Call us at
Oh, no.
609-344-7131.
Might have a postgame show tonight, boys.
That's 609-344.
Oh, there he is on the sideline. I was just looking for him to see if he was
Or
even on the
visit us
sideline.
online at gmslaw.com.
Earnings vary based on your effort.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Atlantic City? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a
Good luck
small
flipping a house in
group
Atlantic
of
City.
motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Atlantic City area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Atlantic City is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, call 1-800-378-5070. Seating is extremely limited. Call in the next 10 minutes
Pat
and you'll
Moran.
also reserve a free copy of Than's Money for Deals guide. That's 1-800-378-5070. That's 1-800-378-5070.
Includes $500 alloy bonus, excludes Z28 Corvette. Bennett Chevrolet has made it easier than ever to shop for a new Chevrolet. Visit our showroom next to the Old Shore Mall. See our brand new vehicles on display at the Hamilton Mall or visit BennettChevy.com. No matter which you choose, you'll get a new Chevy at a whopping $500 below the GM supplier employee price. Bennett has over 500 vehicles to choose from. And remember, Bennett pays a minimum $6,000 for any
one of
trade
these days
towards
I'll learn.
any pre-owned in stock.
What's that?
Listen to what a recent customer wrote.
Oh, to watch
It was
your
the best
mouth.
car buying experience ever. Then it was a home run. They didn't waste my time.
Or as
or
they
my
told me,
money.
I said never had to worry about it
Bennett
before.
Chevrolet is the only dealer that sells new vehicles at $500 below GM supplier employee prices, gives you
FCC is
all
gonna
the
come take me
rebates
out
in
in cuffs.
dealer cash, has
Not
an
on the internet.
unconditioned sales
Thank
tax,
God.
and offers a minimum $6,000 for
Can't
any
police the
trade
internet.
towards in-stock pre-owns.
Not yet.
Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet next to the Old Shore Mall in
Yeah,
Egg Harbor
Pat Moran.
Township and BennettChevy.com. And see our new models at the Hamilton Mall.
It's the Galloway Police Chief.
is located in
Is
the
light
Palermo
out?
section of Upper Township.
He's throwing the ball on the sideline right here.
Unique 9-hole challenge.
I don't think he's
offering
hurt. I think he's
style
just
golf
being
with
benched.
Jersey Shore. Heritage Rose is proud to sponsor high school football
He's-
on
he's
97.3
been
ESPN
Oh, he was
FM.
getting
No, Light's a
Consider
senior.
Red
The kid
Raiders
came in for him
football
as a
on
freshman.
He was
Yeah, the
getting-
back is a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would like to invite
He was getting
all
his butt
junior
handed to him by
golfers to
Iannucci.
enjoy a very special membership
Verbally.
offer this fall.
I mean, the
Call
kid's getting
390-4500
pounded, for God's sake, and Iannucci's
or
up
visit
his
golfheritagelinks.com. And good luck to all of our local athletes this fall.
Skelly's High Point Pub on North Shore Road in Absecon has something for everyone. Serving everything from succulent prime rib dinners to their famous High Point Toasted Cheesesteak Special. Skelly's High Point isn't your everyday pub. Skelly's High Point Pub is open
That's for
late
sure.
Monday to Wednesday and open 24 hours Thursday through Sunday. Stop in anytime for a bite or grab something for the road as Skelly's High
Can I
Point
do another
Pub
minute
has
of spots
ready-to-go
here?
packaged goods. Visit Skelly's High Point at highpointpub.com or call
They're about to start.
641-3172.
Now, for a message
All right,
from
30
East
seconds.
Coast Roofing, Siding, and Windows, serving South Jersey since 1979. East Coast knows how important
Cedar
your
Creek
home
gets the ball to
is.
start the
They'll
second
give you
half.
a
Wow.
free written estimate following a thorough inspection of your home. Call 609-646-1444. If you call, they'll show up.
East Coast Roofing and Siding.
Yeah, check
So what's PT on the disabled list?
Check out the shirt I got. East Coast.
It's high school football night on
I didn't see him on the
97.3
sideline.
ESPN
Let's-
FM. Time to head out to the field and get the call from Mike Gill and the Prime Event Sports Team. Now, here's Mike Gill.
Second half action about to start here on 97.3 ESPN. Holy Spirit trails Cedar Creek 33-14, and the Pirates will get the football as we are about set to start the third quarter here. Chris Antonucci approaches the football for the Spartans, swings his right leg, and it's going to be a onside kick, and a flag is thrown as the Spartans might have crossed over a little early there. So
Yeah.
Holy Spirit trying to get the football back to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I think so. They jumped that just a little early. Not a bad idea to try to get something going.
Holy Spirit actually led 14-13, John, in this football game, but it has really been Amir Mitchell, who is a major Division I prospect, and he's showing why tonight.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's got different D1 offers, and you have to understand this kid's still a junior. He's still got another year left, and he's the real deal. Whatever you've heard about Amir Mitchell, it's all true. And if you get a chance to come out and watch him play, he's a show. He's an absolute show. He's athletic. He's smart. The interception showed how smart he was. Danny Tarsitano threw this thing down in the middle of the field, and Mitchell was nowhere near this ball, and he closed on it, took it back to the house 75 yards for a touchdown, interception touchdown late.
He ran a 40-yard touchdown on a carry, had a kickoff return for a touchdown for about 83 yards, and an interception return for a touchdown of about 80 yards. He's caught the ball, scored in a variety of ways. And Holy Spirit trying to kick it away from him here as Antonucci's kick comes over to the near side, and catching the football and stepping out of bounds, probably not a smart play, was Bo Melton. He probably could have let that hit the ground and it would have gone out of bounds.
Yeah, it's one of those things you got to know where you're at on the field, know the sideline. But I'm thinking the way Cedar Creek's playing, they could probably start at their own one and roll this thing down here.
Well, Milza is the quarterback of this team. He is a sophomore. He played last year as a freshman, John. And, he's a left-handed kid, big kid, but he's got a ton of weapons to work with out there.
Oh, he absolutely has a ton of weapons. And, a lot of these kids are going to be coming back. I mean, they're a veteran team right now. They have 16 seniors on there, but 13 juniors, 15 sophomores, and 10 freshmen. So they're not losing a whole lot next year.
1st and 10, ball at their own 34. Mills in a shotgun with 3 wide receivers. He's going to hand the football off to Pauls. A flag on the play. Pauls carrying Spartan defenders across the 40, and he's tackled at the 41-yard line, but there are flags right in the middle in the area of holding.
That's usually where it is. And Spirit was trying to get the ball out.
Dan Shannon, the sophomore linebacker, makes the stop for the Spartans. It is holding against Cedar Creek.
So they'll take him back 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20.
Really the first big penalty other than that led to the first Holy Spirit score. You keep that in mind. Holy Spirit would have turned the ball over on downs. A penalty led to a touchdown. Otherwise, Cedar Creek would really be dominating the game. But keep in mind, again, Holy Spirit did lead 14-13 at one point.
Yeah, and then Cedar Creek turned the ball over on 4th and 1. Bad snap with an empty backfield, and Holy Spirit couldn't take advantage of it.
1st and 20, as John mentioned, the ball's at the 34-yard line. Mills in a shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the far side. Mitchell split to the near side. And they run a screen pass, and he fires it way too hard for Carl Reich as he fired that thing. Reich was about 3 yards away from him, and he threw a fastball right through his hands.
Yeah, and Holy Spirit was T.J. Clayton was closing on Milza, but, he threw that thing way too hard. I mean, just lob it out there, and he had plenty of running room, but not so much.
By the way, on the the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, touchdown EHT, they score again, and they now lead by 3 scores over Vineland. It is the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week here on 97.3 ESPN, produced by Prime Events. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. Mills with an empty backfield, man in motion. Mills at a throw, steps up, and he goes down.
Clayton again.
So there has been some pressure from the pass rush when Cedar Creek has been forced to throw, which they have to throw on now 3rd and probably about 22 here.
About 22. 3rd and a long way. 3rd and Galloway. But that play took way too long. Mills went back and was looking for Mitchell down the field and wanted to really let it go and didn't have time to step into it with T.J. Clayton wrapped around him. 3rd and 26.
Yep.
And that's what they got, 3rd and 26.
Ball at their own 20, so they've been going backward to start their first drive here of the second half. 10:52 to play in the 3rd quarter. Mills in a shotgun. Sends a man in motion to the far side. Milza with time. Steps up over the middle to Mitchell. Mitchell completed the 40. First down yardage for Mitchell. He's at the 50. Mitchell breaking tackles. Still on his feet. Mitchell gets finally taken down at the 48-yard line by 2 Spartans. But boy, oh boy, it took virtually the entire defense to hit him at least one time before Lee Dawson finally pushed him out of bounds with some help.
And there's Milza. Had plenty of time. A 33-yard pass and catch from Milza to Amir Mitchell. Again, who's got to have well over 200 yards, probably closer to 300 yards in total offense.
I would say 300 yards is probably a better pick there, John. A couple 80-yard runs, a 40-yard run, and that 30-yard completion right there. makes it 1st and 10 at the 48. I mean, you got them at 3rd and 26, and they find Mitchell wide open over the middle. Now Mitchell split to the near side. Twins to the far side. Mills in a shotgun. Hands it off for Pauls. He fumbled the football. Pauls, I think, fell on top of it.
Still scrambling.
Still scrambling, as John said. You're right, John. And Holy Spirit comes out of the bottom of the bottle with the football. Get to Sean Hart, the fumble recovery, and it looks like Nate Pauls fumbled the football.
Yeah, he never got the handoff. Mills had tried to give it to him, and I don't know if Pauls closed his hands on it a little bit too soon or what, but he just never got a handle on it. And Andrew Light's going to start the second half after getting a breather toward the end of the first half. See if he has a little more success. See if the offensive line can keep him clean.
Big possession for the Spartans. They need to get on the board here. They trail 33-14 with 9:53 to play in the third quarter.
But they have to show their patience. They can't rush this. If they try to rush and try to put a lot of points up, it's not going to work.
Light under center. Twins split to the far side. They hand it. Nope. Light's going to keep it, and he is met and smacked in the mouth there by Trey Blackwell and a couple of friends.
Again, it's the decision-making in this triple option offense. You know, Bellucci, he had it in his belly. I don't know why he just didn't give it to him. Bellucci went up the middle for 4 or 5 yards, but couldn't do it. He decided to keep it himself and dropped for 3.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, that EHT score is now 20-0 as Robert Corsi has a 6-yard touchdown run. Here it's 33-14 with 9:17 to play in the third. Light under center, 2 receivers split to the far side. Bellucci, the fullback, behind him. Sends a man in motion to the far side of the field. He pitches it to the motion man, who cuts up, and he is hit, and he doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That is Marcheski.
Marcheski took a lick from the cornerback.
Yeah, James Marcheski lost probably a yard or 2 on the play as he was kind of the banana there on the Delaware.
Yep. Bo Melton came up, met him very quickly.
Cedar Creek seems like, you know, the Delaware's got about 3 or 4 plays. It seems like they've figured out all 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I think so. Right now, I mean, their defense is playing very well.
3rd and 15. Ball at their own 44. They're moving backwards. Light under center. Split to the near side is Wazen. Sends a man in motion. Back to throw is Light. Pressure. He's forced out of the pocket, and he's going down. Down he goes. A sack, a loss of about 5. And Cedar Creek has the playbook figured out.
Yeah, Light had no opportunity to throw at all. By the time he got back to look for a receiver, Trey Blackwell was already in his face.
Yeah, Blackwell.
Then he had help.
Yeah, Blackwell and his buddies up front there. As if he needs any help.
Yeah, really.
Trey Blackwell, everybody. 6'2", 316 pounds. He's a senior. And I'm sure the rest of the national conference is glad he's going to be gone.
Yeah, well, he's listed at 316. He might be bigger than that. That's a wide body.
You're insinuating he's had some wings at the high point before.
Let's just say he hasn't missed any meals.
Taylor to punt. High snap. Taylor gets it off, barely. Bounces at the 30-yard line, and it is picked up, and he fumbled the football, and on it, does Holy Spirit have it? Coming up was Kamir Harvey, and it looked like the Spartans might have got the ball back.
The ball hit one of his blockers in front of him.
Cedar Creek indicating that they have it. The officials agree.
Yep.
And it will be Pirate football with 7:14 to play in the third quarter. They lead at 33-14 here on the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN.com. Brian Brumell and his professional staff are waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Honda on Chilton Road in EHT. And don't forget, everybody, tomorrow at noon on 97.3 ESPN, Penn State is 4-0. They take on Northwestern, and you can listen to the play-by-play action starting at noon. And on Sunday at 4:30, Merrill Reese and Mike Quick bring you all the play-by-play of Eagles and 49ers.
Not a very crisply played opening second half here.
Milza to Pauls. Pauls bounces to the outside and gets about 2 yards off the left side, and it'll be second and about 8 for Cedar Creek.
And Nate Pauls isn't the speedster. He's the one that'll get you to 3, 4, 5 yards. A very patient runner. But they'll use him to set up a lot of the big plays.
Don't forget, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, Mike Frankel has the South Jersey Sports Report. He'll have recaps of all of the night's game from 9 to 11. Mike Frankel of NBC 40 hosts the South Jersey Sports Report.
Daddy Mike Franco.
That's right.
Proud papa.
New father.
Yeah.
6:35 to play here. 2nd and 8. And a big gaping hole up the middle, a first down. Again, Carl Reich is just kind of hides when they get him in the game, and they find the right spot to get him the football. He gets a first down and some, and they're right around midfield at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, just when you think it's all Amir Mitchell, and you got Pauls, you got Reich, you got Burrell. And Millsle really hasn't had to throw any.
By the way, at half, St. Joe led Millville 50-0 on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard.
Shouldn't surprise you at all.
Millsa under center. They hand to Burrell. Burrell blasts off left tackle, runs through a tackler, crawls to the 40, and he's going to be just short of a first down.
By about a yard. But again, it's not just Mitchell and Millsle. They got a lot of weapons here. So if you're trying to take Mitchell out of the equation, you got to deal with Melton and Burrell and Pauls and Reich. I mean, they're firing on all cylinders right now.
2nd and 1. By the way, I was wrong. St. Joe's 56-0 at halftime.
Okay, running clock.
They scored again from the last time I saw it. AC falls tonight 45-22 to the Prep. Millsa in a shotgun. Trips to the far side. Back to throw. Fakes to Mitchell.
Wow.
Wide open
It's
to Harvey. Touchdown. 40 yards. Millsa to Harvey. 39-14. Cedar Creek. It's all Pirates.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Pump fake to Mitchell. He drew two people to him. Harvey swung in behind him and down the sideline, and Millsa hit him in stride. Again, we were just talking about how many weapons Cedar Creek has. There's another one. Pat Moran will line up for the extra point for the Pirates.
39-14. Cedar Creek leads it here in the third quarter with 5:01 left. And Cedar Creek, they're going for it. I mean, they fake. That's a play there that you would pull out in the middle of a big game right there. And they're using that play in a situation where they have this game pretty at hand, and the kick is up, and it is good. So, John, with 5:01 left to play here in the third quarter, Cedar Creek 40, Holy Spirit 14.
Yep, that's all it is, too. There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just Four Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and at Perry Egan, 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. Not only do they have the car you're looking for, but they also have conversion vans, trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just Four Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 25 years in Absecon, Wildwood, Mays Landing, Ocean City, Berlin, Lakewood, and Brooklyn, New York, and probably some places that they don't advertise right now. They're open from 8:30 a.m. until 7 p.m. daily. Phone Just Four Wheels, 645-8077 or 522-0049.
John, that's a great play. You go after Mitchell, everybody bites. You got Harvey. Then you have the talent to be able to get everybody to do that.
Sure.
It's a tough offense to stop.
Oh, it absolutely is. And Cedar Creek's defense has had Spirit's offense pretty much figured out, and they've been able to turn the ball over with minimum effort. So the defense is going 3 and out, getting them off the field, and the offense goes to work. But it's been, I'll tell you what, the offensive game plan for Cedar Creek's been very good.
Well, you get an opportunity to see some pretty talented, skilled players when you watch Cedar Creek.
Yeah,
that's got to tell you something about Buna's defense that was able to hold this team to 6 points last week. As they kick it out of bounds, the flag is thrown on the far side of the field.
I'm thinking Holy Spirit will take this thing around the 40-yard line. As well they should. Yeah,
which is surprising because Middle Township's hanging in there. We'll try to get an update on the score for you on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. Last we heard, Buna led 42-21 in that game. So it looks like they made some defensive adjustments at halftime.
Well, I think the coach who was worried about, whether his team was going to be up for this game after the big win over Cedar Creek last week, they started out a little slow, but I'm sure let's just say the halftime talk was a little loud.
Mainland leads Ocean City 17-0. Egg Harbor Township looks like they're on their way to 3-0 as they lead Vineland 20-0. Wow. Many of these scores in the third quarter. And Oakcrest holding on to Pleasantville right now. They lead 20-0. That's at half. And if Oakcrest can hold on and Buna can hold on, they would be undefeated facing each other next week. And we would have that for you out in Mays Landing next week.
Yeah, that should be a very good matchup.
and Light's going to keep it himself, but he is just smothered.
I think that time he finally gave it up.
He gave it up, right? Bellucci got
it,
but he still got smothered.
He still got smothered. Right now, it just looks like they're sending one or two guys to Andrew Light, and everybody else is taking the ball carriers.
Yeah, Light. I watched Light just get basically tattooed.
Oh, yeah. That was a WWE body slam that he just took.
2nd and 11, a loss of 1.
This kid's going to need an ice bath for about a week.
Well, and you know, Holy Spirit, as you mentioned, they've been kind of the senior-dominated team for years, and there's always so much discussion that the public schools don't want to play the parochial. It all goes in waves, and now the public schools are saying, you beat up on us, and now it's our turn.
And Andrew Light's coming out of the game. Danny Tarsitano's back in at quarterback.
Yeah, he just got smothered on that play. There's no need to keep him out there.
No.
Down 40-14. Tarsitano, a freshman. He's going to roll out, and he is sacked. Looks like Zach Newman might have got him from the corner as he was rolling to the far side. And right now, Cedar Creek's defense has got the full playbook in their arsenal. They know what's coming.
Yeah, there was a rollout, and they faked a flip to Jordan Taylor, who was coming around on end around, and Tarsitano decided to keep it himself, thinking he'd get around the corner, and that was not a good decision.
It is a tough spot for a freshman quarterback. He's up against a first-team defense here. You almost feel the Light's been getting hit so much, and here's Tarsitano, who's just 5'11", 154 pounds. Not a big kid out there.
Well, that's part of the deal in this offense. I mean, the quarterback has to make decisions. He's going to take some shots, and he knows he's going to take some shots. You try to keep them down to a minimum so they can get some offense going.
Tarsitano under center, sends a man in motion to the far side. And he hands off on a little counter. Nope, he's going to keep it himself, and he has about 4 or 5 Pirates all over him. It looked like the counter because the fullback got crushed.
Yeah, I thought Marcheski had the ball.
Hey, I don't even have the ball and you're hitting me that hard.
Yeah, it was a good ball fake.
And Tarsitano just running around for his life, and the Spartans are going to have to punt.
Yep.
The offense had a couple nice drives, but since then, John, really since the start of the second quarter, Cedar Creek has figured out everything that Holy Spirit's been throwing at them.
Yeah, offense and defense.
And I say throwing, and I don't mean literally.
Yeah, I mean, they've used the whole playbook. They've used just about everybody out there. All their skill position players have touched the ball a few times. Got Harvey back there in deep safety?
Yep, Harvey standing around midfield. Taylor gets off a high end-over-end punt. There's Harvey at the 45 and hit immediately, and down he goes, and he is wrestled back to the 40-yard line, slammed to the turf. And the Spartan special teams comes up with a nice play.
And somebody had to come up with a play. I mean, they couldn't let him run. It probably would have been a good time for a fair catch there from Harvey.
Deshaun Hartwell. It seems like everybody's been getting big plays. He wanted to get in on the act.
I guess, but that's not the time for it.
2:14 to play here in the third. Pirates 40, Spartans 14. 97.3 ESPN and live video on 97.3ESPN.com.
Thank God the video's on the field, not on us. I think you need a wide-angle lens between me and you.
We got a good seat here on the 50-yard line at Ed Burns Stadium. High atop where Holy Spirit and Cedar Creek are facing off in Absecon tonight on a perfect September evening into the final week of the month of September. And 3 wides for Cedar Creek. They hand the football off there to Reich, and Reich goes down. So Holy Spirit defense sniffing that one out. It'll be second down and about 12, a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, not many losses tonight for Cedar Creek, and that was one of them. Cedar Creek's not in any hurry down. They're just going to keep huddling up and just try to run clock here. But 1:52 left in the third quarter.
Yeah. Take a look at next week's schedule for you coming up in just a minute here. And we got some interesting matchups the next couple of weeks that are really going to shape the final stretch run for these playoff runs for many of these teams around the Cape Atlantic League. John, we'll get to that in just a second here on this second down and 12. They hand the ball off, right coming to the near side, and he has horse collar to the ground, and there's the flag, and it is Jordan Taylor who comes from the backside and got him. That's a tough call. I mean, you're really trying to just grab whatever you can, and you get inside that
inside the jersey.
Those shoulder pads there, there's a penalty.
The Roy Williams the Roy Williams rule. So he broke T.O.'s ankle, and then they put the rule in the next year.
It's a tough one, too, because, you sometimes you're not intentionally trying. You're just grabbing whatever you can
trying to grab
because you're where your arm length is.
Yeah. And Jordan Taylor at 6'6", got long arms. It'll be 2nd and 1 with 15 yards added on to the end of that. So it's not a first down for Cedar Creek, but Jordan Taylor was just trying to reach out, pull him down, and happened to get inside the shoulder pads, and it'll be second short.
Yeah, second down and 1, ball at the 46 into Holy Spirit territory with 1:11 left to play in the third. We'll go over this schedule for you in just a minute for next week. Not a lot of games next week, but some impactful ones. Milza hands off up the middle, and a first down for Cedar Creek. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. And if Cedar Creek wants, they can kind of hang out for a little bit. Dennis Woodley, by the way, carried the football here. John, Egg Harbor Township's going to play at Absegami on Thursday night next week. St. Augustine's going to play Ocean City next week. You got St. Joe's at Vineland next week. Holy Spirit's at Middle Township next week. And Pleasantville's at Lower Cape May. We know Pleasantville ended that long losing streak by beating the Caper Tigers. Bridgeton's going to play Cedar Creek on Saturday. That really is the marquee game of the weekend. And then, of course, Buna at Oakcrest. So next week's schedule is really a not National Conference heavy schedule.
No, not really, but there's two really good matchups here. As Reich takes the ball up the middle and gets little or nothing. It'll be second down for the Pirates.
Final play of the third quarter, it looks like.
But, yeah, the Buna and Oakcrest game should be very good. Bridgeton and Cedar Creek. But Cedar Creek, I think they've learned their lesson now after getting, stopped by Buna pretty good last week. Now they've rebounded nicely here over Holy Spirit. They'll be ready for Bridgeton. Bridgeton is not an easy team to play. They're going to try to run the ball, so Cedar Creek's defense is really going to have to come up big.
By the way, that Bridgeton-Cedar Creek game on Saturday next week, you can hear that on 97.3 ESPN. Tony Blum will have the call with the Prime Event Sports team. And Friday night, it looks like we're going to be heading to Mays Landing. End of 3 here in Absecon tonight. Pirates 40, Spartans 14. Mike Gill and John Leon on 97.3 ESPN.
Shopping is even better online. You probably have visited their showroom in 1031 Shore Road in Linwood. But at Shopee.com, you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppee also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you're not presenting just the finest trophy unless you are presenting a Shoppee trophy. On 609-653-1684 for Shoppies since 1921. Live coverage of... No, I don't want to do that one. Did the Lake City basketball get in here?
No, you could use the word football. You could replace it.
Live coverage of football is brought to you in part by Dino's of Margate, open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 11:30 p.m., serving award-winning subs and pizza and a great breakfast menu. Dino's delivers all over, including to the beaches. Call 822-6602. Dino's, 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate. And by Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House, just down the street from Atlantic City High School. The neighbor with the best burgers, Vagabond features 9th period happy hour every Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. Cedar Creek gets the ball here to start the fourth quarter.
They lead at 40-14. Milza, shotgun. Hands to Pauls, and Pauls is laid out and driven to the ground. So another loss is a nice play there as Holy Spirit's defense taking it into another year. Dan Shannon's name's been called a lot tonight.
Shannon, TJ Clayton, Amir Young, Sean Corsi. They've done all they can do, but they just too many bullets there for Cedar Creek Pirates. Too many weapons.
The skill position players made it tough tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and again, this is what Holy Spirit's done to other teams over the last 4 or 5 years. So, I mean, it's sort of coming back a little bit, and it runs in cycles.
Two receivers split to the near side. Mills in the shotgun. Mills at a throw. Plenty of time. Screen. Reich's got the catch. Crosses the 40. 30. 20. Cuts it to the outside. 10. 5. 46. 14. Cedar Creek.
48 yards on the screen pass. Very well set up. And again,
just a great individual effort.
Great individual effort by Reich. Great offensive play call. Caught Holy Spirit. Great blocks downfield. Reich never got touched once he got past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Reich goes 48 yards, as John chronicled there, and it was well set up and just a great individual effort as he popped from the left side across the field for the touchdown. And Cedar Creek about to go up 47-14 as Pat Moran on to try the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. 10:57 left to play here in the football game. Moran's kick is good. It's 47-14 Pirates over Spartans.
The Storage Inn is a family-owned business started more than 3 decades ago. They're 2527 Fire Road in Egg Harbor Township. The Storage Inn has over 40 different sizes to meet all your storage needs, both personal and commercial. The Storage Inn is open 7 days a week with 24/7 security. Call 609-646-6400 for Storage Inn, also located in Ocean City, or visit storageinn.net. Their managers are on site to assist you. The Storage Inn of Egg Harbor Township and Ocean City. Skelly's High Point Pub, as we once again, and now I'm getting hungry. Skelly's High Point Pub is open 24 hours a day on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday until 3 a.m. the rest of the week. Skelly's is at Shore Road in the White Horse Pike in Absecon. The best food and drink is available to you every day, and they deliver. The High Point has dinners from 4 to 10 p.m. every day, daily luncheon specials, and all your favorites from pizza and wings to cheesesteaks and surf and turf. There's 7 TVs, probably more than that now, at Skelly's, all hooked up with satellites for the best sports coverage. Skelly's High Point Pub, 5 North Shore Road in Absecon. Phone the High Point, 641-3172 for takeout or delivery. They've added a few more TVs there now, so
that's nice.
They got way more than 7. You can't catch a game there. It's not on.
By the way, on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Pennsville 48, Wildwood 8.
Ouch.
The Warriors with numbers problems.
Traditionally.
Short kick. Taking it to 35, and right there is where it's going to stop.
I thought he put up his hand for a fair catch.
Yeah, everybody kind of stopped, and even the returner never moved. The Spartan sideline kind of shrugging their shoulders as to, hey, what's going on over here?
Glenn Cortesi. I thought he put his hand up for a fair catch. He did too, and he took a shot for it because he caught the ball and never moved. No flag on the field. So
now Light's coming back into the game.
Got to give this kid points just for guts. He's taking a beating tonight.
47-14. Light has been in and out of the game. He sat most of the second and third quarters, and now back into the game in the fourth quarter. So Light breaks the huddle.
Wazin near side, Taylor far side.
Bellucci, the fullback behind him. He's going to throw. Rolls to the near side. He's getting chased out of the pocket. And he's going to cross the 35 up to the 40. Fumble the football, and Cedar Creek has it. Wow. What a strip there. And recovering is Jose Quinones. And what a strip from the backside. Just poked it in, kept it in bounds, and Cedar Creek has the football in enemy territory.
Michelangelo Williams got him from the backside and stripped it right out of his hands. Just from the backside. Light had the corner turned, and Michelangelo Williams from the backside. Light never saw him or felt his presence. Next thing you know, the ball was on the ground. It's Cedar Creek once again with the turnover.
So Cedar Creek will get the ball back with 10 minutes exactly to play at the 35, at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. We'll see if the Pirates elect to put in the second unit here.
I'm thinking they have some options here.
Well, as we said,
I see a lot of clean jerseys out there.
A lot of brand new jerseys.
It's like
Mom thought she was going to get out of doing laundry tonight. Not so much.
Nick Sartorio now a quarterback, number 14.
He's a junior. He's a big dude, 6'2", 192, and a power I formation for Cedar Creek. Sartorio hands off right tackle, bouncing to the outside is Isaiah Watson, and the Spartans are there to knock Watson down. And flags are flying as we got some fights on the field here.
Yeah, things are getting a little testy.
Glenn Cortese jumped in the middle for Holy Spirit to separate everybody as cooler heads look like they're prevailing. One of the Cedar Creek coaches is out in the field.
That's Tim Watson. That's head coach
Not
Tim
just
Watson.
one of them, it's the main coach.
It's the main guy. He's like, get off of there. Let's go.
No, I played with Tim Watson.
That's a large
He's a
man.
big dude.
Yeah, he is.
He is angered.
Yep. Well, on a kid, he's put his first team back in. He's had enough of that. I gave you a shot. You went out there, screwed it up.
Well, the Spartans have their first defense out there, right, I believe, and he had his second offense. And the Spartans' first defense makes a play and gets a little chippy, and he says, all right, you want to play like that? I'll put my first team back in.
Yep. Here they come. The whole first team for Cedar Creek.
Yep.
With the 15 yards on top, it would be first down, 1st and 10 from Holy Spirit's 33-yard line with an empty backfield, 5 wide.
Unbelievable.
Gee, I wonder what play's coming here.
Mills in a shotgun with 5 wides. Well, Mitchell's in the slot. They send a man in motion to the near side. He comes to the backfield set. Mills at a throw. Steps up, fires, and it is incomplete as Mills takes a shot as he fires the football down the middle of the field.
Yeah, he was looking for Bo Melton, who came out of the backfield. Melton was set up in the slot and then shifted back into the backfield. He tried to get him swinging out there and threw it behind him. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Ball at the 33-yard line on 2nd down and 10. Holy Spirit trailing 47-14 in this one.
Yeah, this is a clear message being sent.
No doubt.
No question.
Mitchell split to the far side of the field. Receiver in the slot. Mills it in shotgun. Fakes. Nope. Gives it to Pauls. Pauls cuts it up. Pauls at the 30. Pauls falls forward, and it will be 3rd down.
I'm just going to try to grind it out. Maybe put one more up here. 7:22 left. I mean, this is all over but the final score. I mean, make no mistake about it. This game has been all Cedar Creek.
No doubt. 7:11 left to go. Post-game show coming up. We're just crossing over 9 o'clock on a Friday night. Pete G and Dave O'Sullivan have post-game reaction coming up from all around South Jersey tonight. Milza. And a handoff to the motion man, who's Melton. Melton cuts it up. Melton cuts it back. Melton to the end zone. And Melton in for a Cedar Creek touchdown.
33 yards. Made it look easy.
And the clock will run the rest of the game because Cedar Creek has just gone up by over 35. It's 53-14.
Well, message received, message sent.
No doubt.
Big comeback. Cedar Creek last week since they lost to Buna. They sent a message. Tim Watson wasn't happy with the way they played. They came out tonight firing all cylinders.
Remember, John, Holy Spirit led this game 14-13
and haven't scored since. 40 straight points.
I don't know. Not only have they not scored since, I don't know that they've had a positive yardage since.
Yeah, you know what? It's been tough to think back. You know, if they might have had one.
Flags on the extra point. Encroachment on Cedar Creek. As Pat Moran on to kick. As the Spartans.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it, though. 40 unanswered points. I mean, this is St. Joe's like.
This is not a spot. The Spartans, especially at home, usually stare across their sideline and see a school just dominating. And right now, the skill position players of Cedar Creek are too much.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be about a 25-yard extra point.
Moran, the kick is up, and it's plenty good.
Got plenty of leg, that's for sure.
54-14. Pirates over the Spartans. 97.3 ESPN.
Capri Pizza and Grill is home of the world's best pizza.
Oh, the best pizza.
Once you come in, you'll see why. You're looking for great pizza and even better service and atmosphere. Stop by Capri Pizza and Grill on Tilton Road and Terramar Plaza in Northfield.
My man Rocco over there. Sergio.
Yeah.
Oh, they make great pizza. They make great. This guy walked out a meatball the other day. It was about the size of your head. 7 ounces.
I got a small melon. Come on.
7-ounce meatball this guy made for us the other day.
Tomorrow at noon on 97.3 ESPN, Penn State featuring St. Augustine's Austin Johnson and Oakcrest Brandon Bell.
Takes on Northwestern, at noon.
Okay.
And you can hear that game right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday, Eagles, 49ers. Merrill Reese and Mike Quick.
That's right.
Bringing all the play-by-play, 97.3 ESPN. And next weekend, Mike Gill. We don't know where Mike Gill's going to be yet.
I believe we're going to be heading out to Oakcrest if those scores hold up.
Okay.
Is what I've been told.
So it'll be Buna and Oakcrest next week.
That's what I've been hearing.
Right here on 3 ESPN, Mike Gill and color analyst to be named later.
This is the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. 54-14, 3:44 running clock the rest of the way.
Boy, never would have thought that this would have been a 35-point or more blowout. Thought it would have been a pretty good, indicator of where Holy Spirit is right now, but it's pretty clear that they're, with all the freshmen and sophomores.
Cordevari takes the kick back to about the 30, John.
The rebuilding.
Let's take a look at the schedule we saw you for last week, but 2 weeks from now, Holy Spirit will be back in action at Buna, and that's not an easy task to have to travel up to Buna to take them on. But that week is also the week where St. Joe's is going to be going to Steubenville, Ohio, to find out really what they're made of. They're finally going to get a really, really, really good in regular season test.
That's about it. I mean, that's all they're going to be able to get as a regular season test, because Steubenville traditionally is one of the best teams in Ohio, high school wise, along with Massillon and McKinley and, around the Canton area. So they're really going to get tested, and, it'll be a good test for them, get them some competition before the playoffs.
3 minutes to go. Light the pass. He finds Taylor down the sideline, and it's complete to Taylor.
Oh, and call him out of bounds.
They called him out of bounds. Looked like he got a foot in.
I thought he did too.
Yeah, it looked like he was clearly in, but they call it incomplete. Taylor was open, but it's incomplete.
That's the second time they had Cordevari in the first half on basically the same play, and he couldn't keep it in. This one was a little closer, but Taylor, being 6'6", just couldn't quite keep the foot in.
So you look at Holy Spirit, what they got coming up, John. Middle Township next week on the road, at Buna on the road. Then Friday the 17th at Pleasantville on the road.
3 straight on the road.
And then, finally they'll get a break with a week off the week of Friday, October the 24th. And then finally they'll be back home against Lower Cape May on Halloween night.
That could be a house of horrors by then. Hopefully they'll get a win or two under their belt. The Middle Township's not going to be easy. Buna certainly is not going to be easy.
Yeah, by the time you get down to Pleasantville, Lower Cape May, some of the schools that you would think you'd be a favorite in, your season could be in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just killing time here now. This has been all Cedar Creek. Amir Mitchell, Melton.
Yeah, 150 left to play in the football game.
Harvey, everybody's had a chance to score a little bit tonight.
First down and 10, ball at the 30 for the Spartans. And Light sends a man in motion. Pitches to the far side.
Coursey.
And he gets up to about the 35-yard line. Nice run. Pickup of about 4. So Coursey picks up some positive yardage. Josh Coursey, as you mentioned, a lot of young players touching the football tonight. Talk about the skill position players for Cedar Creek. A lot of them juniors, upperclassmen, not so much for Holy Spirit.
No, and it runs in cycles, and teams have to rebuild after a while, and you just can't keep running state championship teams. That's the goal every year. You want to try to pump them up as much as possible and get them as much playing time as you can, but sometimes it's just not possible. When you lose 22 seniors and 19 of them were starters, that's going to leave a mark.
This could be the final play of the game. 40 seconds left. Spirit. Taylor's going to punt it. End over end. Taken around the 30.
Right.
Bounce to the outside, and down he goes. So with 24 seconds, the clock should run out here unless Cedar Creek really wants to rub something in here and run another play.
I think they already sent that message, and I think this one's just about over.
That's right. So with 18 seconds left to go. Now the clock is stopped.
Yeah, change of possession.
Even with the running clock, they stopped the clock there, huh?
Yeah, I think they have to let the team come on. I'm thinking all they're going to do is go and take a knee anyway.
You would think so.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. Does Cedar Creek really want to send that kind of message?
Well, it's one of those ones where the personal foul on Holy Spirit, it was a flag, personal foul each way.
Yeah, really what happened, Cedar Creek had their second unit out. Holy Spirit had their first defense out, and Spirit really made a play in the backfield and kind of antagonized a little bit. And Tim Watson came out in the field and said, all right, you want to do that to my second team? I'm going to put my first team back. 2 plays later, touchdown.
Yep, that's what he did.
So when they spot this ball, it should start the clock.
Yeah, and they spot it, snap it, take a knee, and be done.
54-14 is the score. Mike Gill and John Leon here on 97.3 ESPN. Well, last week I was out till about 10 o'clock. It looks like I'm at least going to get home at a peaceful hour tonight.
Well, allegedly.
Final snap of the game. And the Pirates take a knee, and that's going to do it. The final score here in Absecon tonight, it is the Cedar Creek Pirates 54 and the Holy Spirit Spartans 14 on 97.3 ESPN's Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at noon, it is Penn State football on 97.3. They take on Northwestern, looking to go 5-0. And on Sunday, it is the Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Coverage starts at 3:30, kickoff at 4:25 on 97.3. John, final thoughts from you as, a surprise tonight is anytime you see Holy Spirit get just absolutely handled in that fashion, it's a surprise.
Yeah, it is a surprise. I mean, it shouldn't be with the way the roster's set up, but what you have to really be impressed is the way Cedar Creek was tonight. I mean, their skill position players are bar none as good as anybody. As good as anybody. I mean, it's an impressive show to watch. And they should go far in the playoffs because I don't see anybody really stopping them.
Once again, the final score here in Absecon, the Cedar Creek Pirates 54, the Holy Spirit Spartans 14. Dave O'Sullivan of Glory Days Magazine and our own Pete Giordano back in the 97.3 ESPN FM studios with a recap of scores, highlights, and everything else from a wild Friday night in South Jersey. Till next week, guys, this has been the South Jersey Football High School Game of the Week on 97.3 ESPN.
It's the 97.3 ESPN FM postgame show with scores and reaction from all around South Jersey on 97.3 ESPN and WPG Talk Radio 1450.
And right now, the skill position players of Cedar Creek are too much.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be about a 25-yard extra point.
97.3 ESPN FM. Welcome into our post-game show. 54-14 is our final. Cedar Creek all over Holy Spirit. And when was the last time Holy Spirit was 0-3, Dave?
Wow, I can't remember, but it's going to be a tough year for them. Like John Leon was saying, it's kind of a rebuilding year. They got a lot of freshmen and sophomores, and like you said, they've been dishing out the lumps the last couple of years, and now they're taking some.
We'll have to get Tom Williams on that. When was the last time Holy Spirit was 0-3, looking at 0-4? We'll have to get Tom Williams, our resident Hall of Famer, South Jersey Hall of Famer,